What's up, dude?
What's up? Howdy, partners.
We got
What's happening?
one hell of a show for today.
Oh, yeah.
Municipal Brew Works. Aaron Holtz is going to be on the show.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Super excited about that.
Beer me.
Love beer.
Oh, yes.
Who doesn't love
absolutely.
beer? We love beer. It's the social guys. We're supposed to love beer.
Beer is good and stuff. Psycho stick. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excited. Oh, can you hear me? Here we go.
I know. We already got the glasses out here and everything.
Yep.
Ready to rock, dude.
We're ready. Ready. We won't be drinking a lot of the water today.
No.
So we got liquid death to make it look a little harder.
Oh, man. So, lots been going on out in the world of transportation lately. We heard about I know we don't ever talk really politics or COVID, but it's pretty interesting, though, that the airplanes got the mask mandate kind of smacked down.
Yeah. Which doesn't make any sense anyway. They're like, hey, you guys stay 6 feet apart for the virus. All right, now step this way and pack into a little tiny airplane, shoulder to shoulder, but wear your mask. I'm like, that. All right, yeah, makes total sense, guys. Let's do it. Yeah.
Or pack the Oscars.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's so dumb.
Yeah.
That's why I can't even talk. It's just
I know. So, good stuff, though. Good stuff.
Good stuff is coming.
Absolutely. Sports world. Hey, the biggest thing is the NFL draft is coming up next week.
I am so excited.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
So excited. That should literally be a national holiday where everybody gets it off.
Well, it is a holiday at RMG.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It should be a national holiday, starting right here with RMG.
Yep. We're the first. Keep it going, America.
Yeah, take it off for the draft.
Yeah. But there were, I mean, there's so many of those mock drafts coming up, and we'll go over some of those today too.
Man, I can't wait.
The official Volume 2 mock draft came out from Todd McShay that we got. So.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. So we'll go over top 10 picks and a couple of
so much moves
couple of
already
main
before
players.
the draft. I can't wait to see what the after draft.
Dude, yeah,
many
the offseason was crazy.
Yeah, a lot of moves,
Nuts.
a lot of turns.
Yeah. There's still some players that haven't signed yet.
I was literally about to say there's still some last minute ones that could still surprise us all.
Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu. I don't know. Did he sign yet? I don't think he signed.
I don't think so.
And there's Julio Jones, who's put together with paper and glue.
Even Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Still kinda
Well,
floating
recently
and seeing.
we heard he was linked to the Panthers, right?
Well, have
So
you
I was
heard anything with Deshaun Watson yet?
No, besides he looks guilty as hell in that deposition tape.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, my
He does.
gosh.
So, really exciting for the draft. Really exciting stuff. Can't wait. It's going to be good.
Cool. Well, hey, with that being all said, though, let's get the show started. Let's get Aaron on the show. I'm really ready to talk to him about how everything kind of formed with what he does with Municipal Brew Works.
Yeah.
Sounds so interesting. I don't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a lot about his past job. I mean, I know Aaron somewhat, but not really well. So this show's going to be a good one. So that
Hell
being
yeah.
said, let's get it rolling. Roll it.
Do it.
Hey, welcome back to the Social Guys. Trey and Adam here.
Hello.
As always, thank you to Clue Studio Photography and Design.
Thanks,
You
Clue.
can always go to them for their newborn pictures, senior pictures, or those family portraits that you do in fall and spring like everybody else does.
Yeah.
Also brought to you by RMG Rains Management Group. As always, Aaron Holtz, welcome to the show, my man.
Hey, thank you
brother?
very much for having me.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
for being
Excited, all right.
So, tell us a little bit about how Municipal Brew Works started.
Sure, but I don't talk about beer unless I'm drinking beer. So
Bet.
it's very difficult. So
Game on.
why don't we
I
start
dig it.
off real quick, and then we will...
Game on.
Right. So we'll start with, and I'll circle back around to it, but our flagship beer, those in the local area will probably know Approachable Blonde. That's by far
my favorite.
our number one beer.
Very tasty. Very tasty.
Pass them down?
Yep.
Pass them down. All right. Adam, you're sleeping good tonight.
So, I've homebrewed since the mid-'90s.
Really?
Yeah, I was just really into homebrewing. A buddy of mine, Brian, fraternity brother, he kind of got into it. I'm like, you can make your own beer.
Yeah.
And even in college, even though everybody drank cheap beer, obviously, I always drank Rolling Rock. It was just something different than everybody else
Right.
drank.
Yeah,
And I always,
sure.
just something about beer that I like a little different than everybody.
Okay.
And so as I got into...
So you were into like microbrews before there were microbrews.
Well, there weren't many options.
Right.
Right? So maybe Sam Adams was
Okay.
about it.
Yo, I love Sam. I will say this. Man, I feel like this is going to be a long podcast, guys.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So, Sam Adams Oktoberfest, I was introduced to that probably 6-7 years ago and fell in love with it.
Yeah, great beer. Sam Adams, just Boston Lager. I've always loved it. I mean, again, different. If you made it to Pennsylvania, Yingling was the big thing, right?
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
was awesome. And
You ever had Duquesne Pilsner?
yeah, from Fort Duquesne. Yeah.
So my brother went to Duquesne
Really?
University.
Yep. And Penn Pilsner too. For I think
Yeah,
Penn,
yeah.
Penn Brewing over there. Yep.
That's good.
So for our second wedding anniversary, I think it was the second wedding anniversary. My wife bought me a Mr. Beer kit.
Nice.
Right. So big plastic tub. Like
Yeah.
make your own beer.
Is that the one that comes with like the faux barrel?
It does now. It came with
okay.
just a big plastic jug and 2-liter bottles. That's what.
Make your own beer.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I always tell the story. She got that for me, and she's regretted it ever since. Right. So 7 years later now. Yeah. And I would brew. The first one was terrible, like everybody's. You let it ferment too long, you don't really
Sure.
understand how it works, and pretty soon it just tastes like apple cider, and it's terrible. And you read a little bit, your buddy helps you out, so you have to go out and buy more equipment every time you do it. So that's always a thing. Is every
Yeah.
time I brewed, a little something different. I'd brew on the stove. That got old real quick.
Yeah.
Steph did not like that. I was out in the garage shortly thereafter. Again, need to buy more equipment. You got the open flame now. You're doing all grain. Instead of
They're creating beer, making meth there.
that's right.
Yeah, right. It's like, where do you think they all came from?
That's right.
Come on, Walter White out here.
Trial and error.
You got it.
One went one way, the other went the other. Way left.
Yeah. So and it just kind of grew from that.
That's awesome.
Brewed quite a bit. I made a few that everybody really liked. And probably 2007 or 8. I went to the Siebel Institute and I took a class on opening your own brewery.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's in Chicago. You go to the Goose Island Brew Pub and they have a classroom up front, which is awesome because you got all these people in the industry talking to you. It's before anybody had sold out to big beer, so all the small guys were there. Brewer from Bell's and the owner of Goose Island.
Nice.
It's just a cool class.
Yeah.
And I won't say anything came from that, but kind of nothing came from it other than it was a cool education.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
You can say you went to it.
went to it. I got the certificate, right? I passed the class. But I kind of got the bug, and I really tried to make something happen. So my day job, I'm still working regular day job. I'm in IT
Right.
and telecom.
Okay.
So I'm the CIO for the company that I work for.
Nice.
So I love tech and all the
Yeah.
And we tried to make something happen.
Yeah.
Couldn't find a building. Couldn't find. Just the timing felt wrong.
Yeah.
This was 2014.
Yeah.
We toasted in my basement and said, "Well, hey, we tried." Week later, my fraternity brother calls from down in Cincinnati area in Hamilton and says, "I know you're trying to do your own thing, but you got to come listen. The city wants to put a brewery in the old municipal building where the fire station was."
That was just their vision.
Yep.
Okay.
So they have a city manager. He was new, and he had read in a book, here's the top 10 things if you want to revitalize your downtown area. And that's big. Hamilton's old paper mill town. It's, I mean, if anybody knows
Hamilton,
Hamilton
Big Blue.
from 10 or 15 years ago, not such a great place.
No.
Most people, wouldn't be on your to visit list.
No.
And he had this
It was pretty. I mean, to give some perspective here, it was pretty run down.
Okay.
Right.
there was 1% occupancy on High Street, which is the main downtown thoroughfare.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he wanted live, work, play downtown and revitalize it. So we started off having an artist place where you have, they can live upstairs and work downstairs. Mm-hmm. And in that top 10 list of things, like 1 or 2 was you got to have a brewery.
Yeah.
So that was his vision.
That's badass.
And one thing led to another, and that's kind of how I went down. We listened to the pitch. Dave, my co-owner, who was trying to work with me up here.
Yeah.
We went down, and it looked really rough, but boy, we all were on the same page, which was kind of strange.
Right.
That we really wanted to try and do something. And then that was 2014, and we opened up June of 2016. So we're coming up on our 6th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Being open.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we've got a tap room there. So again, it's the old fire station. A lot of the old fire guys, that was, it stopped being the firehouse like in 92 or 3, which there were still guys who remember that. That's my first firehouse. So they were always coming back and seeing what was going on because I heard something was being put in there. They had the SWAT trucks parked in there when we first started, so they had to move the SWAT trucks out. That was kind of cool.
That is sweet.
So lots of stories. The police station back in the day was actually behind that, so a lot of the police guys were coming in and just seeing what we were doing. And we've got the patio area, two big garage doors that open up when the weather's fantastic.
That is awesome.
We brew right there. We've got American-made steel. Crawford Company built us our brew house.
Yeah.
And they're in Rock Island, Illinois. So U.S., we knew we had to kind of bite the bullet price-wise to do that, but we wanted to say it was U.S. made. So we were very proud of that. And so, we do everything there on site. And it's been fantastic. I mean, the first day we opened, everybody kept saying, well, we can't wait for you to open. I'm like, show up on
see
day
what
one.
happens. Yeah.
Be about it. Don't talk about it.
I almost didn't see any crowd because my back was to them all night pouring beer. I mean, the line was out the door and across the street.
Oh,
literally
good.
across the street.
That's got to be a good feeling, though.
It was pretty cool.
Great.
There's a couple cool, if you can go to our website, I think in our videos or our pictures somewhere, somebody took an aerial shot of that day, and it's just this mass of people, and it's the community has been fantastic ever since. I mean, we've done a million things, since then. Now there's 100% occupancy on High Street, less than 2 years later after we opened. A lot of stuff happening in that area down there.
So they really grew the downtown then?
Blew up. Yeah. Blew up. There's now apartment buildings where you can live like right across the street from us, so you can wander on over. We've got the Marriott Hotel, which was there before we got there, but that's a big draw for us because you can kind of stumble to and from the brewery. Staying right there. There's an amphitheater out there, so during the summertime, there's concerts over at the amphitheater. Dora District, we did the Dora before WAPOC did, but that gave us a great perspective on, hey, that got us through COVID when we couldn't be open. Dora,
for sure.
Lots of stuff to go. The food trucks, we have food trucks every day we're open.
That's awesome.
So because we don't have a kitchen.
Right.
Who would have thought beer would bring so much stuff together?
It's funny, but not living or being from the area, but those who were, they're like, they really wanted a place that they could go like that to congregate, and have good beer, to have good talk and see all the people they knew. And
absolutely,
Hamilton to them was just missing that, and we somehow were the glue for that down there.
That's really cool, though. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Were you ever being from this area, were you ever like, man, I really don't know about putting a brewery hour and a half away from me?
Yeah. There's 5 of us owners, so there are 5, and we all kept our day jobs. So now I'm not the only one who did. So Dave, who works with me actually here in town, he's our CFO.
Okay.
At both businesses. Okay. So he's the money guy. Have at it, dude. I just need you to write me a check whenever I need it. Don't ask why. Just Sean was the only one with commercial brewing experience. He actually brewed at another facility, so he knew how to work on the big boy gear.
Gotcha.
Our system, I've never brewed on something that big. It's a lot like home brewing. It's just scaled up. The process is very similar. You go through the same steps. You just have better equipment while you're doing it.
Okay. Well, I saw some of your pictures for your new facility.
For new facility, yes.
And those tanks look huge.
Yes, and those are, that's a quarter of the size of what we have in our current facility. Okay. So those are, everything in the brewing world is in barrels.
Sure.
That's how the government taxes us. So that's a very good way to measure everything. Yeah. So what you think of as a keg, that's just a half barrel. So 2 of those, which is 31 gallons. A keg is 15 and a half gallons. A barrel, old school big barrel, 31 gallons, and that's how we're taxed.
Okay.
So our brew house at our first facility, our current tap room, is 15 barrels.
Okay.
So we can brew 15 barrels of beer at once, call it 30 kegs. There's loss, so you don't quite get that. But and then our fermenters are 30 barrels. So they're twice as big as our brew house.
Okay.
So we have to brew back to back, in order to fill one of those in a day. That's a long day of brewing. It's 12, 15 hours of brewing back to back.
So do you do that then? Do you guys do 15 a day?
We don't do it a day. So everybody always asks, well, how long does it take to actually go from start to finish, right? So for approachable blonde, that's a good one. I'll say 16 to 17 days roughly from start to finish. That includes brewing, fermenting, clarifying. So we use we call it cold crashing. So obviously it's almost all we do are ales. So there are two kinds of beers for everybody who's not a beer nerd. Lagers and ales.
Sure.
Lagers ferment at a lower temperature and take there's lots of tricks you can play, but 45, 60 days to make a lager. We need to be flipping tanks faster than that. We need to be making money out of those tanks. They are pretty. They're also expensive.
Right.
So I got to sell what's inside of it. So we do ales, ferment at a higher temperature, about 68, 70 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's quicker turnaround time.
Sure.
So in about a week, it's done. Then we cold crash it, take it down to 34 or 5 degrees in that range. That helps drops the solids out of it. Add in some, we call it biofine, helps clarify it. We want a beer like that to be familiar, color-wise to people when they're looking at it. If you all you can do to drag them into the craft beer place, so you want it to look right.
Yeah. So you alter the colors then.
We don't really alter the color.
Yeah.
The color is brought from the grain.
Okay.
So we've got a recipe will give you a certain color, but there's all kinds of, we'll call them floating solids in there.
Yeah.
You kind of don't want to look at that and see stuff floating around. So
Gotcha.
Darker beer, you don't really notice it. It doesn't really affect the flavor, but we would like to get that out of there. So we do some tricks, like I said, cold crashing and some fining. We don't run it through a screen. A lot of guys have a screen or a centrifuge to run it through. We don't have enough space for any of that. So we just do it the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
And
sometimes that's the better way.
Yep.
So it tastes great.
Yep. Well, thank you.
It tastes really good.
And then, keg, and it's about a day to carb it up. So we carbonate it, force carbonate it with CO2. We take a reading. When it hits the carbonation level we want, we're done. Then we keg. So
nice.
That's awesome.
And then we've actually got another company, Taft's Brewing, great guys out of Cincinnati area. They've got a contract facility, and the cans that you see there, they actually can that for us, and our orange agave, which hopefully we'll have here before the day's out.
Awesome.
And then our distributor takes that and gets it all into, we just got into Kroger. That was a big get for us.
That's awesome.
To get into Kroger.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that one.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So distribution, we didn't think we'd be ready for that, but I won't say we got forced, but it was time. It was the opportunity presented itself. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, okay.
You can't pass up opportunities.
Nope. And that's what we said. So we got it out in the market.
Beer.
And so they do our draft beer and that. So I got places in town. So up this far north, I take care of all the accounts up here. As does Dave. Dave has. So we've got several places in town that most people know either by name or by visiting there, and they see the blonde or the orange on, or our Scout IPA is on quite a bit, or a Midnight Cut Porter.
Okay. Are you in Ohio for just the most part?
We're only in Ohio, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so our license only lets us manufacture and sell our own beer. So in our tap room, it's all of our own beer only.
Yeah.
No liquor, no wine.
Right.
So, and then, yes, we can only distribute within the state. Could we distribute out of the state? Yeah, with some paperwork and some effort, but we're not quite there yet. We can't make that much beer.
Yeah, one step at a time. And I mean, hey.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of competition, and they all make great beer. And a lot of them make great beer. And it's just, we'd rather be in our market and be solid than try and spread ourselves all over the place. There's a lot of bigger guys.
Quality, not quantity.
They realize 3 states is not enough, 5 states is not enough. Yeah. You got to be nationwide or in your local town. So there's like almost no in between at the scale.
Right.
The world is not enough.
Right.
No, and then for those of you who are listening in or watching, this tastes amazing, and Aaron already knows. I've talked about it many times. This is my favorite beer.
It's really good.
Thank you. We call that our blank canvas beer. So when we opened, we had 4 beers.
Yeah.
We named them batch 1, 2, 3, and 4 because if we had cool names for them. But if the name sucked, we didn't really want anybody to associate the name with the beer.
Right.
But all 4 are still in production, and all 4 kept their birth names. So Approachable Blonde was Approachable Blonde from the start.
That's awesome.
And
I love it.
But I'll say doctor this. Our orange agave is orange zest and blue agave added to Approachable Blonde.
Okay.
Our second Saturday is lime zest added to Approachable Blonde.
Okay.
Our Walter Melon beer, which we're in the old firehouse.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, is watermelon. Added to our Approachable Blonde. I actually brought a couple cans of that. If try that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That we do once a summer. It's for so I'll talk about the fire guys always coming into our place before we opened to see what we had going on.
Yeah.
The December prior, they had a fire, and a fireman was killed in a house fire. It was an arson.
Oh, man.
And it was the first firefighter they lost in probably like 50 years or something in Hamilton.
Wow.
And the fire guys were telling us, he came to picnic the other summer, and he brought watermelon beer, and we gave him a bunch of crap for it. But by the end of the night, when we were out of beer, we were drinking his, and it was really good. So we're like, hey, we actually have a homebrewed watermelon version of this.
Yeah.
So one thing led to another. His name was Patrick Walterman, and so his family let us name it Walter Melon and all the
That's bad.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So we do, and so he was a young kid, like 24, and fairly recently married, and so his wife. She had a grief group that she wanted the money to go to. So every year through our sales, we go to Companions on a Journey. It's a grief support group that she's fond of, and helped her and the Walterman family. But we close the tap room. The fire guys come in and do their thing, their toast for their fallen, fellow firefighter. And then we open the tap room to the public and usually have a release. So we just canned it like for the first time last year. It's usually out in draft, but
awesome.
we do proceeds for that. So that's
cool.
We I don't say we love doing that kind of stuff because in the backstory, but we do.
No, but
we try
love
really
giving
hard.
back, though.
We love to give
Yeah,
because they've been. Our fans have really been big for us.
Yeah,
and so
and those guys I don't want to say like they were the first, fans of what you guys do. I'm sure you guys have other fans, but you took over the municipal area where they were.
Yep.
Yeah. That was their home for a long time.
That's their place. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. So it was. We were happy to do it, and we've got some other things we do. We do. We call it Ales for Tales, and it's in conjunction with Humane Society.
Oh, okay.
There's a group that kind of works with them, and they bring in all these dogs and cats and then they try and get them all adopted that day. And we block the street off behind us. We put a stage up. They've got like a pet parade. It's crazy.
Sweet.
And so we've done really well with getting all the pets adopted that day that they bring over. So
I had to do good with everyone getting tore up.
That's right.
All these pets are going home.
They're going home.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll take the dog.
That's right.
That's really cool though.
Yeah,
man. That's awesome.
Yep, we put a stage out back
That's great.
on the street there and have bands, and it's just a great thing that we can do, and we love doing that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work, a lot of effort, but it's totally worth it when you see the end result.
Sure.
So,
That is so cool.
Now, do they still have to go through all that hard paperwork that you have to go through to adopt anymore?
I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah.
I assume with them all leaving that same day, it's not. It's a pretty quick, pretty quick thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure they want them to be sure they're good owners
Fit,
and whatnot.
yeah.
There's a good fit there, but yes.
Sure. That's funny though. So now, what's your goal for the company here in the next 5 years?
Yeah. Well, you did talk about our new location.
Yeah.
So about 2 years ago, we heard rumblings of this, and it's probably been more than that, maybe 2.5.
Yeah.
A company called Spooky Nook. They have, I know, funny name. They have an identical facility. They have a facility outside Philadelphia, and it's a big sports complex.
Yeah.
So you want your big tri-state tournament, you want even a national tournament, they want to host it. And obviously you're going to come in for the weekend or a couple days. So they want you to stay for the whole weekend. So they either have a hotel, they've got restaurants.
Yeah.
Well, they were scouting the Hamilton area for these old paper mills right along the Little Miami River there. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the night, they'd end up at our place. And they're like, we want this vibe over there. And we're like, yeah, we knew you were coming. We want to be over there, right? So we kind of worked that. We've worked that relationship for a long time. Awesome. And when they finally pulled the trigger that they were going to do it, we were their first tenant to sign on. So they're going to have all these ball fields and volleyball courts and sport court and all kinds of stuff.
Nice.
And then on the side up against the river, which you can almost see right out of our patio, you literally can almost see this place, is going to be the hotel. And a convention center, which will be the largest convention center I don't know how many miles, 100 miles of the Duke Energy Center. So it's a nice fit for those who the Duke might be a little too big.
Yeah.
And then we're in the lobby of the hotel. So there's like check-in, the elevators to go to your hotel right around the corner, and there we are.
Yeah.
So they wanted an actual brewing facility there. We were like, hey, that's great. So we went back to Crawford and said, can you build us something a little smaller to fit in this space? And we just had those tanks set and delivered Monday, about a week ago.
Nice.
So
awesome.
Just had those put in. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
Supply chain issues, everybody's got it. The whole rest of the building does. So
that's
we're shooting for mid-May. It's going to probably be more like a June, but that's
Okay.
Not a problem. I mean, everybody's in the same boat
Right.
in there. So there'll be other little places, but we're just serving our own beer out of there.
Sure.
They're going to have a little restaurant there that you can order food and have it brought over to our place and all. So it's going to be. It's going to be great. So we're working on the Beer Baron Hotel Suite where we'll have a kegerator in there. The original plans had a hotel room backed up against our cooler. I'm like, we've got to drill taps right through the wall and put that in there. Yeah. So that didn't happen. They did a little rearranging and ended up moving that down the hallway a little bit. So we're going to hopefully get a kegerator in there and you can have beer ready to go anytime you get right in your hotel room. So
hell yeah.
So is a municipal brew hotel in the
right.
works?
Well, I don't know. Brewdog has got theirs down in the Columbus area. That's where I kind of stole the beer in the room idea from. That might be a bit ambitious, but fun.
Yeah.
Hey, Burger King has McDonald's.
Right?
That's true.
Competitor.
That is true.
Okay. They're trying to say we're the lower option there is what I was thinking.
Okay. I don't think so.
I'm not slighting Burger King.
So now,
we love you, Burger King.
so quick question though. Have you been to that Brewdog Hotel at all?
No, the only time I've been to Brewdog, it wasn't built yet.
Okay.
But I do know people who have been there. There's beer in the shower, right?
There's shower beer or whatever, and then they got like a bar or whatever that you can go to. Not what I was expecting though. I actually did. We booked a room there. Me and my wife did. We were going to go there before a wedding, and it got canceled. There was a blizzard that night, and the hotel was like, "Hey, we're not taking anybody on. We'll refund you your money." I was like, "Okay, fine." We had some questions that we had for him or whatever. I didn't understand actually though how the hotel worked. I thought in my head I was like, "This is going to be a place where there's shower beer. That's cool." But I was thinking there was going to be like axe throwing inside this hotel, like a rage room in there. Yeah. Like I thought there was going to be plenty of things to do. I was so wrong. It was just a hotel with a bar. I mean, you had shower beer too. But
okay, maybe
that's where Aaron can come in.
I was going to say, me, I can do okay with just a hotel bar. I don't need a whole lot more going on. But that's.
I heard there was going to be someone told me. I thought it was maybe I was just getting two stories combined there maybe. But I mean, imagine a hotel though, like a beer hotel though that had axe throwing and like what is it? The football. They have like football cornhole now. Have you seen that?
No, the overhand.
Yeah. With footballs or whatever, and they got bigger holes for you to like kind of throw in. Saw that stuff. I mean, there's There's a place in Columbus actually that has like all these games in one place, and there's drinking there.
Yeah, well, that's
yeah. I can't remember the name of the place.
So there's right in Hamilton, there's a place called Pinball Garage. It's pretty cool. Similar
Been
idea.
Been there.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's a setup with Damon from Shark Tank. He somehow, I think.
Oh, really?
I think that's how he got part of that rolling. Yeah.
So it's a bar.
Tap, and he's probably got 50 or 70, pinball machines all in there. Yeah, and they rotate them out before they before they open. They had the Iron Maiden and the Metallica one they had in our tap room.
Nice,
because they just wanted to gauge.
Try them out.
Make sure it was cool because their space wasn't open yet.
Pinball.
So that was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I did not know he was
great guys.
I didn't know he was part of that.
I believe he is. Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
He's got a barbecue thing that goes with it, and
nice.
there's a lot of cool stuff, and that's within walking distance of our place too. That's not far at all.
Sweet.
Interesting.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Another place you can get us on tap. So.
Yeah. Cool deal. What do you got here, Aaron?
So I did talk about orange agave. So that is
right. Man,
I'll say
my favorite podcast so far. No offense to all of our other guests, but normally we bring the drinks.
Right. Well, that would be rude of me to not have brought beer.
So orange agave blonde.
So this is our approachable blonde with orange agave or orange zest and blue agave added to it. I'll say this and approachable blonde and our seltzer fight 1, 2, 3 for probably our most popular beer.
What's the rule on the head of a beer?
That's fantastic pour right there. So little lesson on pouring both draft and with can.
Yeah.
an iced glass is going to foam 100% of the time. People, for some reason, love to pull a glass out of the freezer, and then they want to know why it foams over. As soon as the beer hits the side, the ice crystals release all the CO2 out and cause it to foam.
Sure.
A chilled glass is cool. I have no problem with that. Frozen glasses, not my thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
45-degree angle. Don't ever touch the can or the beer faucet into the beer. That's not sanitary.
So and you haven't heard this yet, but on the last podcast, I revealed to everybody that I was a bartender for 4 years.
Oh, so you probably have the spiel. You know the deal, right? 45-degree angle, about halfway, tilt the glass straight up, and finish the pour right down the center.
Yeah, Guinness is a little different.
Guinness is totally different. That's a nitro beer. We actually have an Irish stout that we do on nitro once a year. We brew that with the fire department.
Nice.
So that's a great beer for us. We released that on St. Patrick's Day.
It's been a while, but correct me if I'm wrong here. Now, if I remember correctly, I poured. I think Adam loves the orange agave.
That was really good too. Damn.
But correct me if I'm wrong here. I believe Guinness would have to be poured at a 45-degree angle till it's halfway full, and then you pour it straight on.
And then you're right. You're supposed to let it sit for like 5 minutes or something.
It's like 3.5 minutes.
And then finish the pour straight down the center.
Yep.
So,
cool. I remember that stuff.
Yeah.
That's great.
I have not been to Ireland to be officially, you go to the Guinness thing.
You can actually get a certificate
that you know how to pour.
Interesting.
I do not have that, but
I never knew that.
So this is a great pop. I mean, when we did this one, it blew up, and I never thought anything would outsell Approachable Blonde, and then this came along, and it did. And then Seltzer last year.
Oh God.
So early last
Such
year,
a good beer.
Yeah.
we or was it pandemic year? Gosh, your time has flown.
That's a good summer beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's on tap. A couple spots here in town too, and Noel's the cans to go in a few places.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yep. But
I could chug the shit out.
It's really good.
Yeah, so it's on tap. It's on tap at the new Bremen Bowling Alley, and I think my co-owner Dave drinks most of it. I know he's there because they sell it by the pitcher. Not many places sell craft beer by the pitcher. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, so just to make it a lot
I could drink
easier.
that by the pitcher.
That's
a good beer.
It is a very
That's
good
really
beer.
good. Really good.
So now is this like is this considered like a fruit beer then?
You could call it a fruited beer. Do we actually use real orange zest and real? No, we don't. One, shelf stability is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Two, this is across all of our beers. Repeatability is a huge thing.
Sure.
You had
Consistency,
that. You had that blonde, and then you drug your buddies finally to go to the craft beer place. You're like, you got to try this beer. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You get there and like, okay, this is not what I had last time I was here. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I did that. Right?
Yeah.
So you want it to be the same every single time.
Yeah.
Watermelon, the first 2 years, we went to Kroger and bought every watermelon they had. Your big shopping cart, and you're in the Ninja trying to screw. It's fun. It's a cool story, but it's very inconsistent. You cut one, it's green. You cut one, it's overripe. So we went to an extract like we do with these. You add that in afterwards in a set volume for how much ever beer you've got, and it's the same consistency all the time. Again, you want that to be the same every day.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how we pretty much treat all of our beers like that.
Yeah.
Same with our seltzer too. When we do can our seltzer, we do blue raspberry.
So what made you want to do a seltzer?
So by law, we can only produce I'll call it alcohol that is fermented from sugars.
Okay.
So wine is considered from fruit, or same with a cider.
Yeah.
And couldn't do any of those. One, seltzer was blowing up. Two, we didn't have a gluten-free option. And now we've gone to the lab with Approachable Blonde because places like Kroger and that need a calorie count by law because they're big.
Yeah.
And it came back as, I won't call it gluten-free, but I think gluten-free people would probably say that number's low enough I would drink that. We don't ever advertise that, but it is a low gluten beer. We don't brew it in that way at all.
Right.
But our seltzer, because it's done with basically corn sugar and we ferment it down to where all the residual sugar is gone, it is gluten-free.
So is it like clear, like all seltzers?
Yeah, so when we brew it clear.
Yeah.
And it's about 10 or 11%. So we cut it with water to get it down about 5%, so it's drinkable. And then if we're going to can
You ever tried it at 10%?
Yeah, and we called it an Imperial seltzer. It was like Dumb Decisions or something was the name of it. It was terrible.
It's terrible.
It's a great idea, right? Yeah. You have a glass where you're like, this is really not very good.
Yeah.
We don't sell the clear per se.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes out of the tap clear.
Yeah.
But we've got maybe 10 or 12 different flavorings. So
Yeah.
when you come and order it up at the bar,
Yeah.
we'll flavor it with whatever we've got.
Oh, okay.
And then
right
if we
on.
in the can we've picked one flavor, we went blue raspberry because it was something
sounds
different.
delicious.
I actually
Yeah, it
have a
was.
couple that I brought with me. So
Sweet.
Perfect.
yeah, those are fun, and it looks like Windex when it pours. I'm
Oh
like,
my
that's actually how I know the color is perfect because it looks like when it's Windex, that's the right color.
All right.
That is awesome.
That's hilarious.
But it was a gluten-free option. Again, we don't do wine and we can't do cider because we either can't sell it, we can't manufacture it.
Right.
So, and it's just, it was popular. And it's tapered off. I mean, like seltzer has everywhere, but it's still
Yeah.
a great seller for us and a great option for us to have.
Seltzer has hit a high over the last year. I mean, you had, White Claw came out, and then you
Yep.
had
Bud,
Bud Light followed suit.
Everybody's doing them.
Truly.
They,
Truly.
I won't say they're easy to do because they're not easy to do, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ingredients make it easier
Yeah.
on paper to
And then,
do.
and then
get it right.
Anheuser-Busch went with the organic seltzers with
Right.
Michelob Ultra, which is a whole nother thing.
Yeah,
my
those-
my
Yeah.
wife drinks those.
Yeah, we have not
Seltzers
done anything
blew up.
organic.
Yeah.
It takes.
How do you even make it? I mean,
you're buying organic grain. So
Gotcha,
it's grain that's
gotcha.
come right from the farmer or
Gotcha.
from the
yeah.
the maltster.
Do we even know if Anheuser-Busch is actually doing?
I have no idea. Yeah, they own a lot of farms.
They do.
I'm sure somewhere they're doing what's considered an organic practice on
yeah.
making that grain.
Interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we don't buy any organic grain. Not that we couldn't.
Yeah.
But we've got 20 beers on right now. Our taps are full.
That's awesome.
We kind of got enough going.
So now is that the one seltzer you have then?
Yeah, we just have the clear, and then like I said, when you come up to drink it, you can order maybe 10 or 12 different options. We've got everything.
That's awesome.
Like lemon and strawberry.
What's your favorite one?
The Pog? It's pomegranate, orange, and guava. I think is the combo on that.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good. I'm not a big seltzer guy,
Sure.
but it is pretty refreshing.
Yeah. Seltzer is a nice
Try not to
change-up
admit that
sometimes.
out loud, but well,
No,
a
I
little
get
late
it.
now.
I get it. I'm not a big seltzer fan at all. My wife is. She loves seltzers, but yeah, it is a nice little change up.
And calorie wise, it's now the blonde is barely at like 105 or 110 calories, and the seltzer's right in that range too.
Yeah.
We put it in the slim can so it looks like an ultra, or
Yeah,
White
yeah,
Claw.
yeah.
Right.
It's more of a visual thing
It
when
is.
when you're
It
on the
is.
shelf looking. You're like,
is.
I know that must be a seltzer
Yeah.
or a low calorie beer, or else it wouldn't be a skinny can.
that
right?
that can goes golfing. Yeah.
Right, you got it. Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, but that's why we ended up doing the seltzer, and we always have it.
Yeah.
always have that available.
That's super
Awesome.
cool.
That
So
is- that
now,
is
how many
sweet.
beers do you guys have in total? Is it just the 20 that you have on tap?
Yeah, right now we've got the 20 on tap. We've probably produced
Is there a hidden beer right
50
now?
or
that you're-
60.
Did you have a secret beer?
Well,
you're
it's not.
keeping?
I guess it's kind of a secret. It's an open secret because the barrels are sitting out in the tap room.
Yeah.
But what's inside there
Don't
is
look at 'em.
yeah. So our long slumber, which is our old English ale,
Yeah.
we have that in 4 bourbon barrels
Okay.
aging right now.
Okay.
So that'll be ready probably fall.
Okay.
We usually our barrel aged beers.
So do you let everybody know like that's
Yes.
what it is?
Yeah, 'cause
or do
we're-
you put like a big question mark on it and
Well-
say coming in fall?
We did get kind of people asking. So
Yeah.
actually, literally today,
Yeah.
the staff came up and they made a sheet that goes over the barrels that says this is what it is and when
Yeah.
it's going to be ready. Because
Yeah.
I think they were tired of answering. What is that?
Sure.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Sure.
But yeah, that'll be our old English ale. We did that once before. These are different style bourbon barrels.
Yeah.
And we bottled that one. We hand bottled bomber 22-ounce bomber bottles of that.
Nice.
And I don't know what we're doing with this one yet,
Yeah.
but we got some time to think about it. But that should be really good.
Have you thought of a name yet for it?
It's long slumber.
Long
So
Slumber.
long slumber, yeah, because
Okay.
it's about a 10.5 or 11% beer. So it's
Nice. Put you to sleep.
it'll put you to sleep. It's a nice winter beer, a winter warmer.
Yeah.
I slumber.
Yeah. We had a Russian Imperial Stout that we did in
Yeah.
bourbon barrels as well. It was in like Oyo barrels, and that came
Yeah.
out fantastic. And we wax sealed that one.
Nice.
Melted like a
Sweet.
bunch of crayons or something, and melt, in like a crock pot,
Yeah.
and stuck it down in there to get the wax coating on the
That's
top.
awesome.
But did all those by hand.
That's bad.
A lot of manual labor on that one.
I'm sure it was worth it.
That's it. It looks
It was
great.
Yeah. That was Natasha. That was the name of that one. So it was a great name for a Russian Imperial.
Yeah. Natasha Romanoff.
Yeah, we should have made Boris. I wish we had done two. We got Boris and
Yeah.
Natasha. Or Moose and
I
Squirrel.
love the James Bond references here.
Yes.
Moose
Little
and Squirrel.
golden eye.
That's
You a James
awesome.
Bond fan then?
No, that was Rocky and Bullwinkle, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking Goldeneye the whole time
Yeah, no,
there.
that was Boris and Natasha. That Rocky and
Gotcha.
Bullwinkle.
I almost forgot about the.
Well, you guys are way younger than I am, so
Well, I
you
used to
should
wa-
not get that right.
I used to watch a lot. I have Rocky and Bullwinkle pajama bottoms.
That's solid.
They
right
just
there.
don't have Natasha and Boris, so I didn't remember.
got
them,
Moose and
but
Squirrel
I
on
totally
it.
forgot. Yeah, it's Moose and Squirrel. That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I watched the cartoon probably. I was super young, but I remember. I mean, the when they came out with the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie though with Brendan Fraser.
Right.
Yeah, that was
okay.
pretty good. That was pretty good.
I
Yeah,
never watched
he
that.
was Dudley Do-Right, wasn't he?
Oh, that's
Yep,
right.
yep.
Yeah.
Same cartoon series, though.
Yes,
but,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
I did watch that, but I always watched the like Felix the Cat,
Yeah.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, like all the.
I would say
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry
yes.
was great. I would say my favorite cartoons though growing up though was definitely Animaniacs.
Animaniacs
Yes.
was
I was an
Went hard.
Animaniacs fan. Yeah. And the Baby Looney Tunes or the Looney Tunes.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are always good.
Oh, yeah.
Classics.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
I felt like they were classics.
Aren't the Animaniacs coming back?
I have no idea.
I thought I heard that.
The Rescue Rangers are.
Really?
Yeah, they're coming out with a
Yeah,
new
the Rescue
movie.
Rangers just came out with a movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like the same makers as the guys who did Lonely Island.
Yes, it is.
Andy
Yeah.
Samberg.
Oh,
Seth,
Andy Samberg.
Seth Rogen's
Yeah.
in it.
Oh, my
Yep. Yep. Rescue Rangers. Can't
Yeah.
wait.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there was a couple other ones too. I think we heard about that were coming out, like older
remember.
cartoons. Well, we know Sonic 2 came out.
That was
Yep.
awesome.
Yeah,
That
I
was
haven't
really
seen that
good.
yet.
I have not.
It was awesome. Jim Carrey was hilarious. He killed it. It was a lot more of him in it, and he did a great job.
That's awesome.
He had, like hurt my gut.
That's
Like, I was like, dude, can we pause this real quick? I need to take a breath. It was awesome.
All right. Well, hey, Aaron, appreciate you telling us all about the brewery and everything. We can't wait to go see it. Obviously, we're
congrats
scheduling
on
a time
that.
to go
Absolutely.
check out everything.
Like I said, I've got a good amount of beers up here, but nothing like what we got down there.
Oh, I
And
can't
then
wait.
Exactly.
Nice summer day
Can't
when
wait.
the garage doors are open and on the patio. And
Oh,
we got
yeah.
the music going.
Field trip.
Yeah.
trip.
We play Singo every Tuesday night.
Nice,
That place
nice.
it's unbelievable. People come out.
Yeah,
And
you're a big
music.
single guy. You even go to the single here, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that it's and we got again music. Either if we don't have it on Thursday, it's over at the amphitheater. Somebody's got something Friday. We have something Saturday.
Nice.
All summertime.
Busy downtown.
It is. Yeah,
busy
but
downtown.
a lot to do.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
I can't wait to go.
Well, hey, let's get into some. Let's do the rapid fires first.
Okay.
Let's do some rapid fires first. So, you've seen the show, right?
Should I limber up?
Yeah,
I need to
yeah,
Stretch
yeah.
out a little bit.
So you've seen the show, though, right?
Yes. Let's
Okay.
see.
So we have your sour candy here to try out before we do the rapid fires. Adam, are
I
you?
mean, do I do it with him now? Don't do it.
I'll do it.
I feel like I'm being punked.
So these are the Barnett's super sours.
Okay.
These come from Great Britain. We've waited
I've been
about
wearing gloves while I
4
touch
months for these to come in.
Really?
Not for those. You should
So-
be okay with those. Damn it.
So
So sour.
I'll count down from 3 to 1, and then we're gonna fire off these rapid fire questions at both you guys. Adam, you can't answer all these, but he can.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All you. All right. What is your most favorite beer you have ever made?
Ooh, Mabe?
Yeah,
Scout.
Scout. So what was that?
That's our IPA.
Yeah.
It's on tap a lot of places around here. I do love Scout. Great
okay.
beer.
Okay. All right.
Super solid West Coast IPA.
Okay. So where's that from, West Coast wise? It's like California.
No, Pacific Northwest.
Oh, okay,
Got to
okay.
be Mosaic and Citra.
Gotcha.
Those
okay.
are the two hops we use in that.
All right, Adam. What's your favorite beer you've had? Orange agave.
He's right here.
Can't say it.
Those are really good.
That's pandering to the guest, I think is what that is. And I'm okay with that.
Love them. Love them both. Those are great. Really good beer.
What was the last movie you watched?
Oh, we watched The Batman last night.
Nice, nice. The new one
Yeah, the one with
with Robert Pattinson.
yes, thank
It's
you.
on HBO now.
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, is it really?
It just came out.
Yeah, that's how we saw it. It was on HBO Max.
Oh, I might have to check that out tonight now. So how was it? First off,
It's dark. Yeah, no, I mean, it's the whole thing is that, that mood. But yes.
yeah,
It was good.
because there was a lot of me and Adam talked about it. There was a lot of speculation. A lot of guys were saying it's too slow. They do the slow
Well,
motion thing.
it's
way too
2.5
much.
hours long,
Yeah.
I think, maybe plus.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a slow. But
Yeah,
It's
Where
just
else you
shy of
going on
3
a-
hours, but they went more of like
Adam said it's definitely
younger detective Batman and like the startup and stuff and everything. So
Yeah.
it's just like any other Batman actor series, whatever. You got to take it with a grain of salt and understand it's a completely different It's still Batman.
Yeah, but it's a different theory of him.
Yes.
Yeah, it's early Batman, like year 2, 1 or 2 after. And so he's like knows people, Riddler or Penguin, but he hasn't like met him before. You know, it's that kind of thing.
Okay,
So
interesting.
so
it's pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. We've heard definitely mixed reviews. I'm gonna watch it. I can't wait to watch it.
good.
So
I pay for HBO Max, so I might as well watch it.
Same here.
Right.
We pay for HBO Max for one reason right now only, and that's the winning time dynasty of the Lakers.
The Lakers dynasty.
It's good stuff.
Probably my favorite show right now. Have you seen it yet?
I have not. I need to get caught.
It's easily my top 3 favorite show of all time already.
Comes out
Wow. That hurts really good.
Sunday night.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I think it's 7 episodes in right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every Sunday night at 9 o'clock. You're welcome. So what is one place you want to see your beer sold at?
Oh. You know, if I went to a stadium, I could buy our beer. I mean, Kroger's really cool. Don't
Great
get me
American
wrong.
Ballpark?
Well, I'm an Indians fan, so probably let's go back. I wouldn't. Yeah, if I could.
Guardians?
At the Jake. No. Thought we weren't talking politics.
Oh man!
But have your beer sold at the stadium would be awesome.
That would be very cool. And not to say it will never,
markup's awesome on that.
Yeah, right. Not to say it will never be. But as a kid, I grew up outside Cleveland.
Sure.
So, and I worked at Cleveland Municipal Stadium, old Municipal Stadium.
Okay.
And that was my job from
Muni
high school.
lot, huh?
Yep, from high school until I graduated college.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, that building's not there anymore.
Right.
But to be able to see it sold there would be very cool.
That's awesome.
Badass.
That's sweet. What was here? How can I phrase this for you, Adam? What's one place that you don't want to drink beer at?
Ooh, I don't know. Somewhere where it's not super sanitary. I guess. Sanitary. Where it's like
a wastewater treatment plant.
Yeah, I don't know that I have an answer for that one.
Yeah. Like, what's the water boy? Where he sees, like, that dookie water in the corner. He's like, I will work for free if you never serve that water to any of your players ever again. Yeah. Somewhere like that. I just
Fair.
take that one sip, and you look over, and someone... Let's go. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere dirty.
That was a pretty good answer for that one.
Sorry. Yeah.
What was your worst job you ever had?
You know, I've been pretty limited in the number of jobs that I had. I told you about the stadium.
Yep.
Maybe my best job ever. Not my current 21-year employer notwithstanding, or 22 years. I worked at Italian deli. That was kind of cool, although I did run my thumb through the meat slicer because I was trying to get the last little bit of spiced ham for somebody. So by sheer, like, my corner of my thumb missing, that would be probably been my worst job.
They're so smooth, you don't even know it. And you're like,
that was not cool.
Oh, that's gone.
Yep.
Right. Yeah,
And I remembered it was spiced ham.
So it was like an old Italian deli.
Yes.
So
a lot of head cheese was sold there. I mean, that kind of stuff, like Depression era food, like gelatinous. You ever seen head cheese?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. That is brutal.
So I got family who lives in Pittsburgh. Actually, my brother, who was just on, he lives in Pittsburgh now.
Trevor.
And there's a deli called the Carson Deli in Pittsburgh. That place is awesome. It's like one of the if you can imagine, like, how the movies are with, like, delis, like where you walk in and you got 3 Russian guys standing in jumpsuits making deli sandwiches with one old lady in the corner who's the mom. That's what Carson Deli Street is.
Nice. They know they got some good stuff there.
Great stuff. Pastrami. I mean, you're talking like this thick with, like,
that's like Slyman's Deli in downtown
man.
Cleveland. It's a ginormous amount of pastrami.
It's amazing. I mean, it's that New York style deli. It's just amazing. You don't get that everywhere anymore. But, like, I mean, it's the type of deli where you walk in, they're like, what do you want? And you're like, they're like, all right, next.
Yeah.
Gotta know.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
Give me whatever.
It's funny, but they're actually serious, too.
Yeah.
I'll try to tell them how special, no mustard.
Yeah. All right. Moving on here. If you had to pick one beer to drink forever, what would it be?
I get this question a lot.
Yeah.
I don't even blink. Guinness.
Guinness?
I'm taking Guinness. Desert Island. You got one beer the rest of your life. It's Guinness. I love
Really?
IPAs. I love a lot of other beers. You can drink Guinness every time of the day for every
You're a
occasion.
Guinness fan, though.
Love Guinness.
Really?
Love,
I like Guinness, too.
By far.
Yeah.
It's way out in front. I mean, believe me, I love my own beers and we love all that.
Sure.
But you give me
Guinness
one.
is such a different flavor.
Yep.
It's still beer. I mean, it doesn't
rich.
feel.
It's got like leather and like chocolate sometimes and it's smoke.
A lot of
people.
people are just like, oh, how do you drink that motor oil?
It's not.
So
It's
good.
it's probably one of the lowest ABV beers you're going to have. It's in the fours, and calorie wise too. It's not as heavy as people think.
Are you now? My favorite shot is an Irish car bomb.
Yeah, I don't do shots, but I would if that's more in my wheelhouse. Yeah, tequila and I do not get along. You can ask me.
I'm allergic to tequila. Every time I drink it, I break out in handcuffs.
Yeah, that's.
But no, I am a huge Irish car bomb fan. Which, for those of you who don't know, you do a half pint of Guinness, take a shot glass, half Bailey's, half Jameson, drop it in, and shoot it.
Yep.
Yep.
One of my favorites.
It's good stuff.
Do like 20 of those every St. Patty's Day. What about you, Adam? If you had to drink one beer forever, what would it be?
Red Stripe.
Red Stripe? All right.
I enjoy the Jamaican beer.
Yeah.
And a little grenade bottle too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice. Short neck.
Yeah. Short neck.
Yeah.
All right. What is your, and if you have one, what is your favorite fruity or sour beer?
Ooh. So, New Glarus out of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Their fruit beers are, just we've drank them instead of wine with a steak.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. They're Wisconsin. Let's see. They got their Wisconsin Belgian cherry. Their tart. They got a strawberry rhubarb. I mean, there are 3 or 4 that they do that are just amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. They're the cherry and
where can you get them at?
They only distribute in Wisconsin.
Okay.
So they make Spotted Cow.
How'd you find them?
Spotted Cow?
Yeah, I actually have heard of Spotted Cow.
So Spotted Cow is a cream ale. I mean, again, maybe that's probably 2 behind Guinness as far as what other beer you want to the rest of your life.
Sure.
Super easy. And again, I like complex and big beers.
Yeah.
Nothing, just you could drink Spotted Cow all day long, and I have.
I feel like that sour candy did not phase you.
That's not that bad.
Wow.
I was over here just trying to gas for my life. Trying to count to 3.
Can you say that it was probably the most sourest candy you've had?
Yeah, it hit you hard at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you wear the outside out of it.
Yeah.
And then you bite it, and it's not bad, but
It's got like a little fizzle.
It does,
sour in the middle, but it's that additional outside.
Yeah. So for my job, we did a lot of business, and we still do with some telephone companies in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And so I would go up there to travel, and I always want to drink whatever was local.
Yeah.
And Spotted Cow is by far the local beer. It's everywhere, but they only distribute in Wisconsin.
Cool.
And then, 6 years ago, my son went to the University of Wisconsin, so he became my beer.
He was in band, right?
Yes, he was in the marching band at
yeah.
UW. And he's since graduated, but still lives in Madison.
Yeah.
So he is my beer mule now because
Bring home the good stuff.
that's right. Yep, he knows the drill.
He's your beer badger.
Yep, he's my beer badger. Yep, that's right. That's a very nice way of putting it. He knows. He knows the drill. So when we go to visit or when he comes home, we're bringing beer both ways. But yeah, New Glarus, very large brewery, but only ships within Wisconsin.
Nice.
That's cool.
Super cool, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. What about you, Adam? If you had a favorite fruity or sour beer, what would it be?
I have no idea.
Yeah?
I don't drink a lot of. I mean, I do.
The only one I know around here is that Spyglass.
That's Urban Artifact?
Yes. Urban Artifact. Yep.
Yeah, so that's all they do, right? So
Yeah.
they make a pickle goes. That's pretty interesting.
I don't know if I could do
like pickle?
I love pickles.
I mean, I like pickles. I don't know about drinking.
They also
pickles.
had like this. They call it the Epicurean series. It tasted. It really did. It tasted like a Reuben sandwich. It was. It was pretty damn impressive. I like. They like the rye seed and that in there. Yeah, it was pretty impressive. But that's what
different.
That's their thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously
they
do
they're
it
off
well.
the wall, huh?
Very. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's cool.
that's why we've really never done sours. Part of. I mean, there are ways to do it. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but. The yeast, if it gets airborne, it's in everything. You've infected your entire brewery, and everything has a little funk to it. and guys want some places, they want that funk. They want the open air. We kind of can't do that. So
I do. Yeah, I do like. If I had to pick a sour beer, I would say it would be Spyglass from Urban Artifact.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, they do make good stuff.
Yeah, that Carson Deli actually I was talking about. My brother, he picks up a 6-pack, so you can do mix match microbrews at Carson Deli, and you just walk in there and you hand you it or whatever. Just like, I mean, microbrewers are pretty expensive. Like they can be. I know it's a 6-pack of like Tall Boys, and I think it's like upwards of like $28.
No.
But you can pick whatever you want.
From
this whole freezer section or whatever. But
I guess the only one I can think of when I was in Texas, we're at a place called the Flying Saucer.
Yeah, Flying Saucer.
Okay, so you know Flying
Well,
Saucer.
there's one in Tennessee, in Memphis. There's a couple around.
Oh, badass! Where they got a bunch of plates
on the wall.
where you can-
Yep.
Because they got
What,
so
50, 75 beers,
so
something
many
like that
beers
on tap?
And if you try them all, plus the ones in their catalog,
Secret
whatever,
thing, yeah.
you can sign a saucer, like a plate saucer, and pin it up. Anyway, they have a beer called I think it's like Hefeweizen or something like that. Tasted like juicy fruit.
interesting.
Looked like the blonde, but it just had like a really good aftertaste.
Juice note,
It was like a German beer. So I was like, every time I went there, I was like, let me get one of that. And every time they get rid of it, they give me like the substitute and it tastes just the same. So
Interesting.
something Hefeweizen, something like that. That was really
Yeah,
good.
Jester King out of Texas makes super interesting stuff. I think they do sours too.
Yeah.
But
I just drank so many. I don't know. It might be my favorite. I don't know, man.
All right. One thing about you that no one knows.
wow.
A little bit more of a difficult one, huh?
Yeah, really. Well, I talk a lot because you think everybody knows everything about me at this point, right? Because I can't keep quiet. I don't know. That's a good one. Few people. I like horse racing. Few people know. I guess few people know that. I do.
Okay.
I will make an effort to watch the Derby every year.
Have you ever been to the Derby?
Never been to the Derby.
So I'm planning next year. We're planning a trip to go watch it, just because we haven't done it. It's something that we want to do.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe nobody knows about that. But boy, that's a good question.
Sure.
Though.
That's cool.
Sure. I mean, that is interesting though. Like gamble on horses.
Yes, right.
Who doesn't?
Right. I got a new one real quick.
Yeah.
My parents were pregnant. Oh, well, my mom was pregnant. My parents were pregnant. My mom was pregnant with me and went to a Bon Jovi concert. And she started getting contracted. Didn't have me there at the concert. I was probably 4-5 months maybe, but started having contractions. So my dad lit her up front like, whoa, what happened?
That's it.
And my dad's like, get up. Started socking people out and getting to the back. And
She really was halfway there, right?
she was. And I was in there just rocking in my mom's belly.
Yeah,
so.
well, I heard the 80s metal when I got maybe that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's 80s baby, man.
80s baby.
Love it. Love it.
All right, number 9. What was the most exciting thing about the beer that you have made?
Most exciting thing.
Yeah, so what out of the process, out of the entire process, from where you started at to where you're at now, what was the most exciting part of all of it for you?
I'd say just being on the commercial gear. It's just cool to be, but it was also cool to I know how this is all supposed to work. I did it at home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Obviously not with that kind of equipment, but just walking through that and feeling like a professional when you did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're the amateur in the garage making beer.
Yeah.
And that the flip side, you're professional is, oh my God, somebody just paid me money, to drink something I made. That just blew. I think that has blown all of our minds.
And they
It's
enjoy it.
Sure.
yeah, right. And they thank
back
you.
for more.
Yeah, they'll be back for more. I still don't know that I can get my head wrapped around
That's gotta be
that
a
part
great
of it.
feeling.
Is
Absolutely.
again, it was just something I did in my garage. There's a gajillion beers in the world,
Right.
but we're making something, and it went from this grain to the glass, and somebody bought it and loved it, and are telling everybody else about it. I'm like, that too blows my mind.
So awesome.
That orange
So
agave is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it is really
That's really good.
Well, maybe we'll switch it up a little bit.
All right.
Barely switch it up, right? So blonde. This is our the Walter Melon I talked about earlier.
And what was the
Patrick Walterman.
Patrick Walter?
Yeah, and so this is his. I don't know what they call it, their unit, right? On the side, their local.
their ladder.
Yeah, and so it's the
what they
goat.
call it?
It's the goat the ram, and so we put the watermelon in his arm, crunching it,
Nice,
right?
nice.
So,
I've seen a woman's legs do that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show, I think.
It was TikTok. I swear.
Right.
This is a cool can.
Yeah.
But yeah, so so Tommy Long, who owns Lemon Grenade, he does a lot of marketing and stuff, and we had gone out before we kind of got going. We needed a logo. We threw it out to people, and we picked one. We thought we liked it. and it turned out it had like 1,000 gradients of color in it. And they're like, you cannot put that on a T-shirt, dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So a guy across the street found out that if the brewery's open, and he ran this marketing firm and did, branding, did a lot of other breweries.
Yeah.
We didn't even know he was there. He's like, a brewery is not moving in across the street, not going to be my customer. So Tommy came over and he threw 10 different options at us. And the building logo on the side is a very good stylized version of the building that we're in. And then I don't know that it's on anything here. Oh, yeah, it's on the glass. He also did the round, shield kind of version of our logo.
Okay.
And we immediately this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. It's all basically one color.
It's
so
perfect.
it fits on everything.
Nice.
Any
It's
color
really-
we want,
it's really
any
well.
shape we want. So Tommy's done all of our artwork.
And I love
since we
that
opened.
the bottom lines are like wheat.
Yep, it's the barley.
Yeah.
Yep, underneath the building. And again, that is a very good. The building we're in, the Frederick Mueller building, it actually won awards in the 30s for. It's an Art Deco style building.
Okay.
So
That is good. That is really good.
yeah,
I haven't tried it yet.
Our goal is to try to be right below like a jolly, like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
It
That's a
is.
little too much, maybe.
Oh, look,
It's
see,
close to
I got
it.
a shitty head on this one. Look at the head on his.
I'm a professional.
I know. I'm jealous. So I had a question number 10 here, but I'm going to switch it up because I'm really impressed with what you've done, Aaron.
Okay.
I really am. The fact that you brought 5 guys together to be able to create something that's worked so well.
Mm-hmm. I think our wives are very impressed we haven't killed each other.
I bet they aren't.
I mean, this. So, there were originally 6, maybe 7, and a few fell by the wayside early. It was kind of, feeling each other out kind of thing.
Sure. And you'll have that.
Yeah. And it was so early, it didn't matter. And then, push came to shove, there's 5.
Yeah.
So, I think I mentioned earlier, Sean, he actually had commercial brewing experience. He's an air care flight nurse. He actually flies for Children's Medical, Cincinnati.
Oh, wow.
So he flies on the helicopter as a nurse. He is...
What in the world?
Yeah.
It's tasty, right?
Totally
I wasn't
yeah,
expecting that.
that.
Yeah.
The watermelon, it's like a light jolly, like you said, a Jolly Rancher, like watermelon.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
good.
almost like that approachable. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
It's almost like that approachable blonde base.
Yep.
And then like the aftertaste is like watermelon.
Yeah, it comes
Jolly
on late.
Rancher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really,
Yep.
really
Yeah.
tasty.
That's
So-
really good. Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, right.
We're definitely gonna have to get some of these.
Over
in the
3
mini
for
fridge
3.
now. Yeah, those are really good, man.
Thank you.
Jeez.
So Sean kind of became our de facto brewer. He's kind of the head brewer guy. So that's his role. We call him the rubber boots crew.
Yeah.
When you're brewing, it's a lot of paperwork, it's a lot of cleaning, and everything's
Sure,
wet,
sure.
right? So
Sure.
rubber boots on all the time.
Yeah.
So there's those guys are brewing to his spec in the back, and they've come up with their own recipes too. So that's awesome.
Sounds like the set of my last commercial.
Right. Mark is, he's opened other businesses, but he really, I won't say, he kind of runs the personnel side of our business, and he's
Sure.
really captaining and kind of we have a GC, but he's kind of our GC contractor on this new build. He really takes care of a lot of that stuff. So that's, he's got a lot of irons in the fire, takes care of the food trucks and a lot of just the day-to-day operations. Dave, who I mentioned, who works for me, he's a CFO out at where I work now and CFO on the financial side for us. Jim, who's my fraternity brother, who said, hey, you got to come on down, he works in insurance. So he's also a longtime home brewer. He and I are both certified cicerones. So a cicerone is like a sommelier for wine.
Okay.
But
you're like that for beer?
We're like that for beer.
Okay.
So
Yes.
there are several levels of that. The first one is just called a certified beer server. We make all of our staff become a certified beer server. It's like 60 questions online. It's about beer handling. It's about talking about beers, knowing styles. So everybody on staff has to have
Smart.
that.
That's smart.
Yep.
The next level is actually sitting down for the 5-hour test and tasting all flavors of beers, knowing it's this beer or this beer. Which style is it? It's a 12 beers that you
That's
taste.
interesting.
120
That's super
120
cool, though.
questions. Yeah, 3-4 essays. And then a physical part of the test where they'll hand you a piece of equipment, and on video you take it apart.
I want to take the test.
I studied about a year before I took it.
Yeah.
And
So
I
it's
knew
not,
beer.
it's not like your test that you're giving them.
No. It's this patch on my shirt is from the official. I am a certified cicerone.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I misunderstood that.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like all your employees at the brewery.
They are certified beer servers, and that's an online test given by the Cicerone program.
Gotcha.
okay.
See,
That's the very first level.
I thought you were giving them a test like on all 20 of your beers.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
you got to
That's
know
how
what
it's been.
this
You got
is.
notes?
This is. I was like, I want to take that
Take
test.
that. I can make that test up.
I was was like, oh,
He's like, no, yeah, I don't
you're like,
take
yeah,
it.
every employee has to drink like 50 of each kind. Like,
Got to name them all. He's just like, can I just take your test?
Yes.
I don't even want to work
I'm
for
gonna make you eat
you.
one of those sour candies while you do it too, right? So Jim and I, of a brewery our size and our staff to have 2 certified Cicerones is pretty special. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
my poor wife. I had a stack of flashcards, probably like that. And anybody who walked into my office, anybody who walked near me, I'd hand them a couple cards and like just read me like 5 or 10 questions, you know, just so I could just constantly be ready.
But you were serious about it. I mean,
you about have to be. You're going to go in there and just get embarrassed. I mean, it's a private test and you take it, but you're going to score terribly if you think you're just going to wing it. You're not winging it.
So how'd you end up doing?
They didn't give me a final score. I just did pass. So I know the only thing we did, we took the written portion in class. Then the tasting portion, there were 12 beers.
Okay.
4 that had a defect or potentially had a defect. You had to say what the defect was and what causes that. Then there were 4 beers of it's this style or this style. Which one is it? And then 4 beers, they actually told you this is the commercial beer that it is. The customer sent it back and said it wasn't fit for service. Were they right or not? And so you had to not only say, yeah, they're right, something's off, and here's what's off about it, or say, no, that's fine.
Gotcha.
That's interesting.
Sent it back
It's almost like the ag class, like in Napoleon Dynamite, where he drinks the milk. He's like, this one tastes like it got into a patch of onions.
That's exactly. That's it. That is it.
But with beer, that's
with beer,
badass.
yes.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so that one we went over right after we took it because they wanted to be sure that the test was legit. You know, they do like some sort of self-examination on that one. So I did really good on that one. I missed one, and I wavered, and I should have just gone with my gut on it because I thought it was good, and I said, no, there's a defect. I should have said it was okay. Yeah. And then I'm sure on the physical thing, I'm sure I nailed that. That was pretty simple. But but yeah, so
awesome,
so it was great. My wife and I actually went a few weeks before, and anybody can take this class, and it's fun. It's the off flavor course. So they spike up the 12 beers, and they have you taste it, and they tell you should taste this or this, and there's why, and here's the problem. You know, some beers is during the actual brewing process, some defects are during fermentation, and some defects are from storage. You know,
Interesting.
Oxidation. You know, light struck.
Yeah.
I mean, almost any beer. If you want fun, everybody thinks Heineken and that skunky flavor. That's by design.
Oh my god!
It's not supposed to be, but it is.
Heineken tastes like unleaded to me.
Yeah. that skunky note. I'll tell you, if you're sitting on the back deck at J. Marie's one night and you get an approachable blonde, sit in the sun, 2 minutes, you'll have the same smell.
Really?
Yeah. That Mercaptan is that skunk spray. It's literally the same. The light strikes the.
I had a buddy give it to me at a party once. I was like, bro.
Yep. A lot of beers will do that.
You poured gasoline in your drink.
It makes sense why I drink my beer really fast. One, I don't like it warm.
Don't drink it out in the sun.
Yeah.
But it's the sun that does it.
So that's another reason why I should drink it fast.
Yeah, there you go.
Other than it getting warm in my hand.
But that's why something like Miller High Life, they actually in the lab built a special hop that would not be interacting with the light, so that's why it can be in clear glass and not be a problem.
Gotcha,
yeah.
Okay.
Any beer in clear glass is going to taste that way. Or green glass, even, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like a Heineken.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is why you see brown bottles or cans.
So, what was your beer of choice growing up?
I was Rolling Rock for some weird reason. I loved Rolling Rock before Anheuser-Busch bought them, or before InBev, I guess, bought them, and the recipe is not the same. It's not the same beer that it was.
Really?
I mean, maybe in my mind, but literally I think it...
Doesn't taste like it used to.
There was some other stupidity probably involved while I was having...
You are a Cicerone now.
I am a Cicerone.
That's true. That's true. It's like
yes.
It's not like they used to taste, but it really is like the exact same thing.
But that was, probably is, I just remember it differently.
Yeah.
I get that way about a lot of things, I guess.
What about you, Adam? What was your drink of choice growing up?
I didn't drink beer growing up because I was responsible. No, I have no idea.
You were what were you?
I drink whatever I got my hands on.
Yeah, that's true. I was always a Bud Light Lime guy.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, I guess talking about like the college when you were okay, because I actually do tell people still about you. They're like, I put the lime in there. I'm like, yo, my buddy was a freak for some Bud Light Lime all the time.
I drank Bud Light Lime a lot,
and I guess the only reason why I didn't like it at first because when he first served me one, I don't know if it was just
it had to be super cold.
Yes, right. Because if it was warm, it tastes like bathwater. I was like, you like this? He's like, it's the best beer ever. The clear bottle. So I was just like, okay. So if he finally gave me like an ice cold one, I was like, okay, this is good.
Yeah.
That warm one, somehow soapy bathwater. I was like, this is,
Soapy bath
I'm
water.
not digging it.
So I got a story about Bud Light Lime one time. The bar that I ended up working at after this, beforehand, I finished their beer challenge. Okay, it was drink 24 ounces. 24 ounces.
One day.
24 hours, right?
It was within, what was it? I think it was within a month.
Oh, okay.
And you won like a free t-shirt and your face on the wall.
Oh, hell yeah.
I did it in 2 days. And
You got on a special wall that says cannot return.
Yeah.
But so after that, I became really good friends with the bar owner and stuff like that. And they were like, "Hey, it was just this one random time. He was like, "Hey, can you come help us like cook some chicken or whatever one night or one morning for it was for like the 4-wheel jamboree in Lima or something." I was like, "Yeah, I'll help you." He goes, "Tell you what," he goes, "I'll pay you in Bud Light Lime." I was like, "Bet." I didn't cook a single chicken that day, but I drank them out of Bud Light Lime.
The only thing cooked was your liver, right? That's it.
I think I do, Bailey. You remember me. I remember you telling me that. And I asked, I was like, so what'd you do? He's like, I drank and did absolutely nothing else but clean them out of Bud Light Lime.
Yeah.
I was like, do they not realize that you didn't do anything? He's like, no.
No.
The only thing they realize is you drink all the Bud Light Lime. I was like, that is awesome.
Yeah, that was funny.
Big mistake to ask you. Hey, this is the guy who did the challenge in 2 days. Hey, you want to come help us cook?
Yeah, I'm like, that's the last. I mean, I'm thinking that's the last guy you want behind the bar.
You would think
It's the
so.
dude who just.
And then they messed up by
I
saying,
was 21 at the time, 22.
we'll pay you in beer.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I tell you what, beer is incredible currency. You'd be surprised.
It
I mean, there is not a lot that I can't get done by offering a
I've had guys-
6-pack of blonde
yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah, I've had guys fix my car for beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that nobody pays me in gum. Nobody pays me in beer. Just give them a case and the car's fixed.
So heading into, we got some Would You Rathers, and Aaron has reached out to us prior to this about trying the one chip challenge.
Brave soul
I
here.
would like to do this. Yeah, I like hot stuff.
Well, you went through it
We'll see.
with this sour
Yeah,
thing.
you,
where this ends up.
you took that with no
Yeah.
worries whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know what I guess I don't have a frame of reference of what a million Scoville is. I'm about to, I suppose. But
yeah. Well, to give you an idea,
Ignorance
so what are the rules?
is
I have no idea what the rules are.
You can actually open it up. The chip is in a separate thing itself, and it has like.
But is it like you have to
and
eat it and not drink or like,
It has
It's
it
like-
all in there ready for you.
yeah, like most, I think one of the things is there's no chip in there. I don't think we give them
Let
one
me.
without the chip.
I know we got more. Hold on.
Yes,
you,
we do.
You can
We
read
do.
the directions or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'll just read.
So basically, it's how long you can last. It gets more powerful as you go farther.
Oh, wait as long as possible. Okay, that's
Yeah.
it's just wait as long. Oh, so is there a timer on what that means?
I believe it's like 5 minutes. You can open that up. If you open that part up.
Here. There you go.
There we
The
go.
whole thing.
We got the chip.
All right.
With the chip.
There it is.
And behind it should be like a little packet that tells you the time.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, there we
there's
go.
the
That's what
packet.
we're looking for,
Yep.
right? Wow.
So to give you an idea,
see.
a jalapeno has 8,000 Scoville units.
An hour invincible. I don't think I'm gonna. An hour without drinking. This is.
We got beer in front of us.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, right. I can't. How dumb was I on that one?
Right? So, yeah, to give you an idea, though, 8,000 Scoville units is what a jalapeno is.
Okay.
That's at the max. So the hottest jalapeno goes for about 8,000 Scoville units. And that is 1.6 million.
1.6. All
Yeah.
right.
So I'll let you go ahead.
All right.
And then as soon as you eat it, Adam's going to start firing off some would you rather questions to us.
All right.
I've been here, so I'm just going to roll on how you look and feel. So I may be asking to you as fast as I can. Just remember, don't touch your face after you eat this.
Got it.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do it.
All right.
Oh, man. Oh, should we set a timer? Oh, I guess we got a timer
Yeah, we got
in
a
here.
timer. We're good.
When I first ate it, it tasted like dirt.
Yeah, it kind of does. It's
hot-
like
like
it's
hot
like it's
herb.
so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It's not, it doesn't have any flavor to it.
No,
Okay. I'm just going to start it while you do that.
just Satan's butthole.
Would you rather spend 90 days on an island for 100K or swim with sharks for 100K for 90 minutes?
I'll spend 90 days in a heartbeat
90 days
on the island by myself.
on the island?
On the
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm dying to get away from technology and people for like 90 days.
Exactly. That's what I feel. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, here's these sharks. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
dead.
I have no problem with that.
Not
Yeah.
stopping the sharks. Shreg?
I would do the island
Yeah,
as
I'm
well.
doing the island as
Yeah.
well.
I'm going to skip the sharks.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat spaghetti for every meal
Spaghetti.
for 5 years or never eat it again? Rather eat biscotti for every meal for 5 years.
I can do that. I love pasta. Love Italian.
Yeah.
I can do that.
So 5 years, pasta every day for 5 years.
Can I have Guinness to go with it, I suppose?
Sure.
That's a weird combo.
No, not at
I
all.
don't think so.
Treg?
I would rather not.
Not eat pasta?
I'm not a spaghetti fan. I love pasta, but I like other pastas.
I love it all. I'm sure there's so many different pastas and biscotti.
I feel like spaghetti was just ran down my throat.
Yeah,
as a
maybe
kid.
spaghetti's a little boring, but veal parmesan, maybe something.
Yeah,
you can
I'll
sauce
stick
it
with my
up.
answer. I'm not changing.
Some like Alfredo. I can do
Yeah,
Alfredo
yeah.
more.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
How you feeling over there, man? You doing all right?
It's warm.
Okay. We'll keep on going. Would you rather... I was dying. Would you rather be alive in Dawn of the Dead or World War Z?
Ooh.
Dawn of the Dead, have you seen both of them?
Yes.
Dawn
Been
of
a
the
while.
Dead is when they're in the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get trapped up in the mall, and then World
Yeah.
War Z is Brad Pitt, where
Brad
they're just,
Pitt,
like
just-
hordes of absolute.
Yeah, I
nuts.
can't do that. I'll do
Dawn of
the
the Dead.
hiccups, right?
Oh man,
Yeah.
The first one. Yeah, I'll do.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Okay, Treg.
Dawn of the Dead, dude. World War Z. You can't. I'm a fat guy already. I can't escape that.
Yeah,
How am I supposed to get away from those things?
I would probably do Dawn of the Dead as well.
I would not be alive. Like, which one would I rather be alive? I won't be alive in World War Z. I would be dead.
This will go with this next one's going to go off what you're eating right now. Would you rather eat a ghost pepper for 5K or eat 10 bright habaneros for 10K? Would you rather eat a ghost pepper for
ghost pepper.
5K
The ghost pepper,
or
the
10
one.
bright habaneros?
Yeah, probably just one. Get it done.
I don't know if
How
I've
hot
eaten
is the
either.
chip right now?
It's not the heat. It's the hiccups. Yes, I knew that was coming.
The chocolate I had the other day, I was like, it's over. Just hang in there, man. Okay. Would you rather... Oh, Trey, ghost pepper or habaneros?
Oh.
10 habaneros.
I would
10
have
bright.
to do the one ghost pepper. And
I
get
don't
it
know
over with.
either of them what they taste like, so I
I just don't want to
know.
eat 10. Like, I'd rather have one.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
it.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Okay. Would you rather live in Texas all summer with no AC or Montana all year?
Yeah, Montana.
Yeah.
Montana?
I mean, I'm always cold. That's
Okay.
fine. But yeah, I'm
I've
not
never
sweating
been to
my-
Montana, but I have lived in Texas.
Montana's got the mooses, right?
I think so.
I think it's just moose.
Just moose. Just, yeah,
do
say yeah.
Montana.
It's there's no plural S on the end there.
Never been there since I lived
Yeah.
in Texas. I'll do Montana. Never been to Montana.
I'd do Montana.
Would you rather always...
Although I like LA though too.
It's like what?
I like LA though too.
LA.
LA.
Would you rather always eat room temperature Pop-Tarts for dinner or eat watermelon for every meal?
Ooh.
Would you rather always eat room temperature Pop-Tarts for dinner?
I don't mind room temperature Pop-Tarts.
Okay.
I mean, I like watermelon too.
Yeah.
But I'll go with Pop-Tarts.
Okay, Pop-Tarts.
I'd roll with Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because there's different
For
flavors.
every meal. Okay.
For one,
every meal.
I-
Yeah,
I'd go-
Every meal, yeah.
I could go different flavor though for every
Right?
meal.
Yeah, you could.
Watermelon's watermelon. You're not changing that.
True.
maybe seedless. That's about it.
That's about it. Square watermelons.
Yeah. And last one. Would you rather live with Casper or Beetlejuice? Would you rather live with Casper or Beetlejuice? I would feel like we'll be asking these questions when we get into our new studio soon.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll go Casper.
Casper.
He's friendly.
He is
friendly,
that
but
is
he's
his
annoying.
title.
But he comes with his three brothers, right?
I don't know how true that is. If it does, I'm probably still going with Stinky Stretch and Fatso.
That's true.
Because Beetlejuice is a dickhead.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's he saying, Ted? Say, we need that guy. Beetlejuice. Hey. We don't need that guy bouncing around right here. We got enough problems right now, okay?
that guy.
So probably, Casper. Casper the friendly ghost.
You're right. Casper it is.
Even if I got to get his three
hey, we don't need that guy here. We got enough problems.
Aaron, you still hanging with us? You good?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what 9 million would be like, though, at this point.
Oh, my. It's like eating,
That's-
like,
10 times
Just
hotter.
molten lava,
9
yeah.
times hotter.
It's like eating 5 of those chips, probably.
Yeah,
It's rough. It's rough.
You have been.
I'm waiting for it to break, and it's not.
You have actually passed 5 minutes already.
Did I already?
You've already
did.
passed 5 minutes. You
That-
started
that-
it.
that's like the lowest number here, sadly, isn't it? Though?
That's good because I got the 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's
And almost-
powerless.
and almost
Powerless
passed
is
out,
5
yeah.
minutes.
You're a little just over 5 minutes, so you're doing great. You're doing great.
All right.
All right. We got some current events to go over here. Some trending news.
Yes.
Some fun stuff. Kindergartner recently brought mixed tequila drink to school and shared it with classmates. They thought it was just a regular drink that they took from the liquor cab.
Tequila mix?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not alcohol, right?
No, it was alcohol. It was 10% alcohol.
Oh, God. For kindergarten?
Yeah, and shared it with like 4 or 5 different classmates.
Oh, no. I mean, what's worse, sharing mommy and daddy's mixers?
They said the minute the school found out, they immediately called all the parents and let them know what happened. The other parents were obviously investigated afterwards or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, it was quite the phone call. I guess.
I'll bet. Yeah, that is.
Oh, that would suck.
So your kids got drunk today at school.
Best recess ever.
Not by the school.
Yeah.
First of all, not by the school.
We found one of them. They were taking a nap the entire class.
Like, yeah, passed out in a locker somewhere.
We are now going to have kindergarten AA next week.
That's right, yeah. They bring it like in their like little like strawberry shortcake thermos or something. I mean,
No.
what did they bring that in?
It was
right?
actually like a bottle probably a little bit taller than this. It was pink and it said tequila rose mixer.
Oh well.
And
Oh, so
it was by Jose Cuervo. I mean,
they
it had
didn't
the
catch
Jose
it.
Cuervo logo on it.
They didn't catch it in time to Timmy and Tina already had a couple shots.
No,
of
they killed the whole bottle.
the whole thing before the teacher realized what they were drinking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe they should investigate everybody.
Maybe you should investigate it. My teacher's like, pass that up here.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So recently, a video showed DJ Khaled getting kicked off the court by security after shooting an air ball at the Hawks and Heat playoff game.
The ball got passed to him, or just it was just like a random ball.
It was a timeout, and DJ Khaled walks from his courtside seat onto the 3-point line and airballs a 3. And then security's like, "What are you doing? Like, get out of here!" And he basically gets walked off the court.
All right, I've seen him on TV all of like 10 times, and all he yells is DJ Khaled into the microphone the whole
Another
time.
one.
Yeah, like, is that a skill? I'm sorry, I missed. I totally missed it. Just yelling my name.
So they,
Into the microphone.
I have a 50-50 that they may have let him there if he made the shot, or maybe if it wasn't an air ball. You can't go on the court by yourself in front of thousands.
Although, do you
and
remember
completely airball?
So you're an Entourage fan,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Have you ever watched Entourage?
Yes.
Okay, one of my
Hell
favorite
yeah.
shows. Top 1.
Hell yeah.
Winning time, top 3. But one of my favorite scenes is when Ari Gold actually, when he's yelling at the ref, he goes, "Come on, ref, what are you doing out there?" And the ref goes, "I'll kick you out of here." He goes, "I'll shoot a 3 if I want to. You know how much I paid for these seats?"
Love it so much. Oh my
So, but, and I mean, what? Courtside seats are probably anywhere from 13,000, 20,000 during playoff games.
Probably.
Easy.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, if I want to go out there and shoot a 3, I'm shooting one.
yeah, I mean, if I'm DJ Khaled.
I mean, it's on halftime or
was a
timeout,
timeout.
whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. Mr. Khaled, you have to get the hell out of here. Another one. Shoots it up real quick.
Hey, no more. Another one.
Okay, seriously, get the fuck out.
A video shows USFL. You know, USFL is
Yep.
making a comeback
Yes.
right now. Same with XFL, apparently.
That's next year, right?
Yeah, The
think.
Rock is apparently heading that one now.
So they are coming because I know when they
is coming
right
back.
before the
Is he going
C
to
word
go
came
out there like the Super Bowl and yell, like
know.
trying to rile up a crowd? This
Right.
Like,
I don't know.
Well,
And
already
fan-
had 2 hours of
yeah.
pregame.
And fan controlled
Right.
and fan controlled football is now still a thing. You guys see that where Manziel threw the touchdown pass
Oh, I
to
did
T.O.?
to T.O., right?
Yeah,
I did see that.
48 years old, dude, still
Killing
balling.
Yeah.
I wonder if Vince McMahon, because I remember when XFL came out before the coronavirus.
So he is part of it.
Yeah.
Vince is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Sweet.
But anyway, so a video shows the USFL player getting, because real quick, for those of you who don't know, the USFL is basically being put out there like the G League to the NBA or like the farm system to the MLB. So they're, these guys, it's their second shot. Mm-hmm. Basically. Or for undrafted rookies, it's their
Only shot.
only shot.
Yeah. Right.
So the video shows the USFL player actually getting cut from the team because he requested pizza instead of the team issued chicken salad.
Teams got rules. I would not think in that league it would be that strict, but
whatever they give me, I'm eating.
So literally, the video shows the guy sitting there, and he's sitting in the room or whatever, and the coach is there, and it looks like a GM maybe, I don't know. And the guy goes, you know that we have rules, you know we have team rules. And you know that you have to respect us and the personnel, whether that's at the hotel, the cafeteria, wherever, you must respect. And he's like, what'd I do? He's like, I have no idea what I did. He goes, well, before we get into any of that, you're done. Yes,
so they didn't even tell him anything?
Like, not at first. No, he goes, before we get into any of that, he's like, you're done. This is it. You're cut from the team. And the guy's like, just buries his head. And he's like, what did I do? He's like, I apologize. Like, what's going on or whatever? And the guy sits there and he goes, well, when the cafeteria gave you chicken salad, what'd you say? He goes, I said that I'd like to have one of the slices of pizza. And he goes, and what did the cafeteria person say to you? He said, no. And he said, is that a problem? I said, yes. He said, there you go. Disrespect. See you later. Have a good one. Bye.
What if he was allergic to chicken? Damn, that would suck.
That would suck.
So, that's lame.
Pretty quick way to get cut.
Just want to slice his off, bro. Professional athlete out here. Got to have him fix some greasy.
Maybe they had him on a weight control plan.
I mean, maybe.
Right? Yeah. Was he a big lineman? What was he?
He wasn't. He was a linebacker. I mean, he was a good size linebacker.
That still sucks.
Yeah. We all heard about the news about Dwayne Haskins recently.
Yeah, that sucks.
So, we'll get into this with ESPN's Adam Schefter. He did end up apologizing for the tweet following the death of Dwayne Haskins, saying it was insensitive. I, however, don't think so. And here's why. I didn't think he was being insensitive. I really didn't. I think he was just being... I mean, it is what it is. He's a sports writer. He's not an obituary writer.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Do you have it like what he said exactly?
I can bring it up.
He said... His comment was something about what he was struggling in the NFL.
Right? Yeah, the struggling Washington player turned Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yeah.
Passed
it wasn't
away.
too bad, but I mean,
it was a brief summary of what he was to the NFL world.
You didn't hear him as
He's
number
a writer
one quarterback.
for the NFL. I mean, or not the NFL, but ESPN.
But it was a tweet, right?
Yeah.
Was it? I mean, I've seen some other stuff out there that was pretty bad.
I've seen some worse tweets out there by people.
But granted, he is on a bigger platform and will.
Yeah. And he's usually just for breaking news, not making commentary.
Exactly.
Normally, and that's what probably got him a little bit, right? So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of players who jumped his case. I know they said Lamar Jackson said something. You know, a lot of Buckeye players said stuff or whatever. You know what? It is what he's a reporter.
Yeah. Well, that's just it. That might be more. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't not going to understand if he said some profound words and really put him down. But I mean, he just gave him, like you said, a brief summary of his life and was just like it was a terrible thing.
Here's what he said.
Okay.
Dwayne Haskins, a standout at Ohio State before struggling to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh in the NFL, died this morning when he got hit by a car in South Florida.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I mean,
it is what it is. It's all true.
It's not like it.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean.
And from an NFL standpoint, from the ESPN analyst Adam Schefter standpoint, that's what happened.
Yeah, they were really mad at him.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Hey,
They were just like, oh, why are we and then there's this huge thing now on why are we dehumanizing athletes? There's nothing about dehumanizing. I mean, it was a sports report about a player that passed away. It is what it is.
Yep.
I'm a Dwayne Haskins fan. I'm an Ohio State fan. All the way through.
Yeah.
I love how Stroud, did his thing or whatever this past week in the spring game. Ryan Day, all those guys, Justin Fields' words. Love everything about it.
Yep.
I don't have no animosity towards Adam Schefter because I get it. He's a reporter. He's he wasn't there to, cry over what happened. He was there to report what happened.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't get it. That's me. That's my personal thought on it, though.
That's weird.
What do you think, Aaron?
So, weird secret. People do know this about me. I'm a Steelers fan. So, grew up in the Cleveland area. I'm the weird kid, right?
Sure.
So, my mom and dad grew up outside Pittsburgh. So, I grew up all about the Steelers.
Sure.
That's the only real connection, I suppose, to the story that I comment wise.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough in this day and age to put anything down and try and. I mean, you can easily read that and go, "Well, I understand what he was doing."
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. And then other people take it.
Maybe just wait and say that
10 other ways,
Yeah, when they interview you on ESPN in an hour.
Right. Sure.
If you're breaking that news, you just stick to breaking the news. But The guy, I mean, he probably has 20 million tweets that he's put out, right?
It's that, and it's Adam Schefter. I mean, for the most part, the guy's been put out there his entire life. You know what type of person he is.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's not
you know he didn't mean any type of hostile type of environment in what he said.
I have a Steelers tattoo, by the way.
Oh, he does?
Really?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Solid.
For those of you who haven't seen it, go ahead and post that up there.
That's a helmet across the head.
We can put it up here for everyone to see,
Absolutely.
too.
Yeah,
but it's Myles Garrett smashing Mason Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph.
Thank you. Shout out to Mike Hamill, Jr. Thank you.
So, has anybody seen the TikTok video of the woman who stops the man before he drives into a rock slide? Anybody seen that video?
No.
So there's a video out right now of a woman. She's doing like a live TikTok or whatever. She's just talking and blah, 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 blah. I actually saw this live. So I was just scrolling through, saw the live, and I was just checking out what she was seeing. She was like by the beach or whatever. There was a road just, I mean, if she's looking at the screen right here, there's a road to her left, and on the right is like a beach area, just really like almost like a river.
Yeah.
Not really like a beach, but like a river because there's a lot of rocks and stuff like that there.
Yeah.
And she's just talking about like essential oils, and she's talking about like stretching and stuff like that and yoga or whatever. And the next thing you know, she like hears something. And she's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get away from this spot." And she starts to walk away. Like I was watching this live, and I was just curious what was going on. She starts to walk away or whatever. And now the video that is out doesn't show all of this part. I watched this part.
Okay.
But she starts walking away, and then she looks back, and she's like, "I think there's gonna be a rock slide here or something." And all of a sudden, you just hear it like come. I mean, it sounds like an earthquake.
Wow.
And you hear like just loud like boom. And then you just see it happen. As it's happening, she turns and starts running even farther away. Obviously, that's what anybody would do. And she sees a truck coming towards that rock slide. And she's like waving her arms or whatever. And she stops. Finally, the guy just kind of like stops. And he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" She's like, "You just about ran into a rock slide." I mean, if she wouldn't have stopped him, he would have died.
Ran into it.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
So she saved a guy. Like,
Wow.
Where was this at?
oh, I have no idea where it was.
And had the presence of mind to video it all.
Yeah.
Keep it in frame and everything. It was cool.
Yeah,
That's
for the
kinda
most
weird.
part.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
So
yeah.
who was recording? What was it?
She was just recording like a live video. Like herself.
she was.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said like a
That's-
reporter or something was doing a live
no.
broadcast.
That
In the
is
background,
crazy.
you see this chaos. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah. Now you couldn't see her really waving down anybody because she had the phone in her hand.
flying, yeah.
Right.
But when the guy stopped, she kept recording. But yeah, she was just
Interesting.
like, "Hey," she's like, "just so you know, you almost ran out." And the guy was like, "If you would have not have been here,"
Dude, yeah, that's wild. Good for her.
Wow.
yeah. So that was
That's
pretty
cool.
cool. You guys know who Megan Thee Stallion is?
Yes.
The rapper. She's a woman rapper. Mm-hmm. So she's famous for the song WAP.
Oh, yes. Yeah. All right. I got you now.
I was about to pull it up. But hey, that's all you got to say.
Save me. I got that.
Save me.
I got it.
So she did her WAP performance at Coachella over the past weekend, giving people in China headaches because it was illegally streamed in China. And
So everyone was streaming it.
Wow.
well, it was illegally streamed in China, but they still had to use the black bar to like censor things. So the censor bar was bouncing up and down the screen like it was Pong from the Atari.
Oh my god.
And it was giving people headaches because they couldn't follow what was
follow it.
going on.
That's
Or
hilarious.
as Brendan Schaub said on The Fighter and the Kid last night's episode, he said, "Yeah, there's just so much ass in that video. What do you black out?"
right. Just keep it flowing.
So that was pretty funny, though. And then Molly Shannon was recently on Howard Stern, which I didn't even know Howard Stern was still doing things.
Oh,
I didn't
Dude.
either.
Yeah.
I'm a big Howard. Well, so when you said, would you rather spend a day with Beetlejuice? I was thinking Howard's Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't, but I'm like,
no,
I almost asked.
I gotcha.
Because that one I'd probably.
Baba Booey.
Yeah.
Here's your brain. Here's your brains on drugs.
Yeah. I'm a big Howard guy.
Hell yeah.
Howard's good.
Yeah.
So did you see the show where Molly Shannon
Yes.
was on then?
Yes, I heard it.
You heard this. Okay, so yeah, she alleged that Gary Coleman, you know who Gary
Yes.
Coleman is?
Yeah.
Sexually harassed her in a hotel room early in her career.
Yeah,
I heard that, but I didn't know that was on the.
Relentless.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that was on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah. That was on her interview.
It sounded terrible.
Yep.
Like
did she
she was a
beat his little
virgin.
ass?
She was a young virgin at the
Oh,
time.
this is-
She wasn't
yeah,
even an
way
actress
back.
yet.
No, she was.
But it sounded like a setup.
Yeah.
It sounded like a
Damn,
setup.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, she had the same agent, right?
Yes.
And her agent at the time was like, "Hey,
Hey, Gary wants you to come on up."
Yeah.
Hey, she's thinking great.
yeah, yeah. Do you want to meet Gary Coleman?" She's like, "Absolutely."
yeah, he's like,
and then he even tells her that she looks like his sister on different strokes.
Yeah, it looks.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah, she's dead now, right?
Yeah. But so he's like, "Oh, you look just like her," compliment her, and I guess he just starts like jumping up and down and going crazy on her. Like trying to like hump her leg or bounce up and down on the bed.
Crazy stuff.
She runs to the bathroom. He sticks his fingers under the door. Says something about, "Hey, silly Billy."
Dana Plateau.
Dana Plateau.
Kimberly Drummond.
Yeah. Drummond. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the Drummonds. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Dana Plato.
Yeah. So she kind of laughed about it though. Like it was very lighthearted.
I think
but
she's probably seen everything at this point in her life, and that was early, but
right.
probably in perspective.
the height of Molly Shannon's career is honestly working with Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live. It's gotta be. So, and then she was in the movie. What was the movie where she smells her own armpits?
That's Mary Catherine. That was her character.
Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Mary Catherine Gallagher. Superstar.
Yeah, Superstar. That's what it was. That was great. So we talked a little bit ago earlier on the 2022 NFL Mock Draft Volume 2 predicting round 1 is out. You excited about the draft?
Mm-hmm. It's a weird year for the draft. I don't know if there's
for you. It is.
Yeah. Well, now it turned weird, right? Thank you. I want to go all Adam Schefter on that one, but yeah. But yes, I'm not sure what I'd love to. They're in a bad spot right now, and they were in a bad spot probably 2 years ago.
Sure.
And obviously, one more year with Ben, it really put him behind.
Yeah. What do you think about the Mitchell Trubisky signing?
I don't hate that. I mean, there's a lot of things I would have rather had. I think
he's going to be a great backup.
Yeah, but he's a pre-rounded.
I mean, if he's a bridge quarterback, but bridge for who? That guy is not in the system right now,
right.
So that's a little bit of a concern.
You might like this. You might like this.
This trade against Holt, or where they got him?
There's a couple trades, but not very many. So we'll just start off with the first pick. Okay, so the first pick is projected to be Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan. The Lions with the second pick are projected to get Malik Willis, the quarterback from Liberty.
Okay.
Texans are projected to pick Kayvon Thibodeau, Thibodeau. Sorry, the edge rusher out of Oregon.
Yep.
Jets are projected to get my favorite player out of this entire draft, I think, which is Sauce Gardner, the cornerback out of Cincinnati.
Sauce boss.
The Giants are projected with the 5th pick to pick Evan Neal, offensive tackle out of Alabama. Panthers are projected to take Charles Cross, the offensive tackle out of Mississippi State. This would be the 7th pick. Giants will trade up via Bears to pick Derek Stingley, the cornerback from LSU.
Okay.
Falcons with number, this would be the 5, 6, 7. This will be the 8th pick. Falcons are projected to pick Garrett Wilson, wide receiver out of Ohio State.
Ooh.
The 9th pick, Seahawks are projected to trade up with the Broncos to select Kyle Hamilton, safety out of Notre Dame.
Okay.
Jets are projected to pick number 10, trading up with the Seahawks to pick David Ajabo, the edge rusher from Michigan. He was the one who tore his Achilles during the training or during the pro day.
That's when they
they thought he was going to drop dramatically after that.
That's the one where no one came by and helped him
nobody
out.
helped him out.
He hurt himself, and they're just like, so what do we do here? Let's put a blanket over him.
Yep. Right. And then I wrote down some notables here. With the 13th pick, the Browns are projected to pick up Chris Olave, wide receiver out of Ohio State.
That's going to be badass.
Chargers with the 17th pick to pick big boy Jordan Davis, defensive tackle out of Georgia. The Saints to take Jamison Williams, wide receiver out of Alabama at number 18. Steelers with the 20th pick are projected now to pick Desmond Ridder, quarterback out of Cincinnati.
Okay.
And then 31, my Bengals are projected to pick up Bernard Raymond, the offensive tackle out of Central Michigan.
Okay.
So
many different trades and moves and stuff before the draft.
This is the latest one out so far. So
yeah, the offseason's been fun.
Oh, it's been
that has been the craziest.
Man.
Yeah,
I am so being a Bengals fan, we have always been bottom of the barrel, trying to scrape at getting what we can. And both you guys know we're all in the same division.
Yep.
So he's a Browns fan. You're a Steelers fan. So, but yeah, with what we did by picking up the offensive lineman we did in free agency this summer,
you guys need someone to protect your quarterback.
What?
Yeah, but it's nice to have the quarterback that you know that you can go get those other guys.
Oh,
yes.
That's because Burrow is definitely the guy that has brought people in.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
even Gronkowski said, if Tom Brady didn't come back, I'm playing for Bengals.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got guys who say that, the rest of the league, their ears perk up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Got me excited.
I'm
excited. I was surprised that we made it to the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not surprised. I was elated, but it was just like one of those things. I mean, we only lost the Super Bowl by 3 points.
Yeah.
3 points. We were
I feel
in
like
that
the last
game.
Super Bowl was the last 2 minutes.
We were in that game.
Yeah.
If we had an offensive line,
Yeah.
Jamar Chase got past Ramsey on that last play.
Yep.
And if Burrow had 0.5 seconds left, he would have threw a touchdown pass to win the game. Man,
It's hard to think about, but
right there.
Good times, man. Yeah. Sorry.
What could have been? So, yeah. Well, you got another beer for us to try. So we're not ending the show just yet.
you want to do seltzer?
Let's do a seltzer.
All right.
Yep.
I'm gonna chug this one.
Totally different. Yep. So this, like I said, this is our blue raspberry. We haven't had this one out. I should probably just pass it over.
Thank you, sir. Oh, Windex and Z.
Windex it up.
I told you.
Wow.
It's a fun color. Highly carbonated.
Very Windexy, isn't
right?
Look at that shit.
All right.
That looks awesome.
I've never seen a blue beer.
Yeah, so that's totally. That's why we talk to our distributor. There's things they always and they know the market a little better than we do.
Sure.
What if we had it? What would sell on the shelf? And obviously, we're not trying to sell our souls to the devil, just making something to sell.
Right.
But we had this in our arsenal, so it's kind of fun to have. And we love the color. I love that. Call it kind of Carolina blue, maybe almost.
Yeah.
You look at it.
Panther blue.
Yeah, you look right.
Yeah.
You look at it, and you're like, that's a seltzer. I mean, I just know what it is by looking at it. And when you're on a shelf with 500 other things, that's kind of where you need to be. So
Yeah, that is crazy.
But yeah, highly carbonated. That's our, like I said, it's our regular seltzer, and with the blue raspberry added.
That is tasty. These have all been
So this is a great summer beer too.
Gluten-free.
It's really not a beer, right? It's a seltzer.
Blue raspberry premium hard seltzer. Yeah. Municipal Brew Works. Man, that is.
It's even got the gluten-free logo on the side. A lot of people are looking for that.
That's so different.
That is really good. Yeah. Good job on all of these beers.
So
and seltzers.
What do you think as a young man? What do you think brought you to enjoy doing this?
Ooh, not a lot of the people were doing it. I don't know. That somehow drives me at times.
Being unique, doing something different.
Being something a little different.
Sure.
I do enjoy that.
Sure.
But you still, I'm not doing something that nobody else enjoys. They might enjoy the fruits of the labor.
Sure.
And so that's fun too, right?
Yeah.
Like tonight. I enjoy bringing the beers. I love, obviously, drinking the beers, talking about them. I love the process. So as a bit of a science mind, I loved how you actually, the process of brewing beer, the science behind it. Yeah, there's a lot of art to it, but the repeatability, just the how somebody eventually figured out, this process is just amazing.
Who would have thought?
Right?
That's crazy.
Like the original German purity law, like 17, whatever, the Reinheitsgebot, they said beer had to be made from grain, water, and hops. They didn't even know yeast was part of the deal, right? So, that's where it started, is this is such a huge beverage for us, and it's the big deal, and they were missing a complete, the thing that actually made it beer, and not just like flavored sugar water.
Right.
They didn't even know existed, It goes back to, I love the history of that stuff, too.
Sure.
The Egyptians, they really had the barrel of honey. They're like, if you drink out of that barrel of like honey water, you don't get sick. You drink out of the river, you're going to get sick. They have no idea why. Well, wild, spontaneous fermentation would happen and turn that barrel into, mead or something similar. Just all
You ever
honey.
tried a mead? Or
Yes.
Or have you made a mead?
No, I've never made a mead. I don't know if I have the patience. You
Yeah.
know, it's like a year if you're going to
Oh,
probably
really?
do it right. You could probably speed that up.
And
But
a lot of it is honey based.
it's
right?
100% honey.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say honey. I'm not a master at that one. But yeah, it's pretty much all honey
Yeah.
you're fermenting. But it takes a long time for it to mellow out and be,
Gotcha.
we call it hot, or
Yeah,
harsh.
yeah.
You know, same with our barrel aged beers. They're a little hot coming out of the barrel. So you got to let them age a little bit and mellow
Gotcha.
out. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
but yeah, that's,
It's crazy.
but yeah, I love the process. I love the science behind it and the ability to, repeat it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've only visited a few breweries in my life, and some were when I was living in Texas and got to see them like in Austin and stuff, and
Yeah.
give us a little tour and got to see them at work. And I'm like, man, this is a crazy process, but it looks so interesting and
Yes.
fun.
Yeah,
you know, it's
very.
Just,
and
it's like a great
Hamilton has been voted like the best water in the world. Like,
I've heard that.
yeah,
Okay.
they literally, and they didn't
That's
even.
like a huge thing.
They didn't even try.
Yeah.
I think the bottles that they made ended up somewhere in this random tasting thing over in Norway or somewhere.
There was
Okay.
something that went viral with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's the Miami aquifer, is
Yeah.
and so the advantage to us. I mean, there are a lot of breweries in this area that have.
You can say you use the best water in the
Yeah,
U.S.
but they've got to,
Hell yeah, you
they've
can.
got to treat their water heavily before they
Yeah.
can use it. We literally run it through a chlorine stripper and it goes right into the kettle. I
Yeah.
mean, we really don't have to doctor the water hardly at all, and that's
Right.
a huge deal.
That
I mean,
is awesome.
This is
yeah.
what 96% water, 97% water. So
Right.
that's a
Right.
big part of the backbone
Yeah,
to it.
yeah,
So to
yeah.
have good water, you're making good beer. So
That's sweet.
This is
Yep.
So I mean, I've had seltzers before. Yours is different. I feel.
thank you.
I
don't know if it's drier or not as sweet, maybe or something. But,
no. It actually feels more fuller.
okay. Yeah.
I've had other seltzers where they feel very empty, where they feel almost like it's just water
thin,
carbonated.
We call that thin.
Yeah, water that's carbonated with,
Or
with
washed
some
out.
flavoring. Yeah. But this feels more like I'm actually drinking a beer.
Yeah,
I think
It's
so.
good. It's really good.
I mean, and maybe it's the color that's
Right,
doing it.
right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Mouthfeel is a big part of the beer tasting experience, and that you used all the the right ideas. It's thin, it's washed out, it tastes like water. It's like it's there and it's gone, right? You
Yeah.
know? So when it's still lingering there on the sides of your tongue or the back of your
Yeah.
mouth, there's mouthfeel, there's body to it, and,
Yeah.
and that's a big part of the experience. More than just I caught this flavor or this
Yeah.
note, we call it, or this hop thing.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah.
You're like, it's still there. I can still taste that actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a lot of the experience and a lot of the.
I do though. I really do. I mean,
Super tasty.
I don't see. I don't know. It doesn't taste like a seltzer to me. I don't know if it's the color that's throwing me off or what, but it does.
it's really
It does.
good.
Yeah.
Super tasty.
Yeah. It's like perfectly carbonated. I don't know how you guys do the carbonation stuff, but
So
it's
carbing is kind of fun. That's something that I never really had to deal with in the home brewing side. That's something I had to learn just a little bit about. I used think of an old Pepsi canister. Now they're a bag in a
Like a
box.
Soda
right?
Stream?
Yeah, sort of like that, but bigger. They
Okay.
call them a corny keg. It's a 5-gallon like round cylinder metal.
Yeah.
Had 2 in and out. Water in and air out. And I'd fill that with beer, and
Yeah.
you kind of shake it up until looks about right, carbonated when you pour it out.
Yeah.
So obviously we have to be a little more exact than that.
Sure.
CO2 dissolves into liquids easier at cold temperatures.
Okay.
And releases easier at warmer temperatures. That's why you have a warm pop sits out and it goes
Yeah,
flat
yeah.
pretty quick. So the
Yeah.
CO2 wants to get out. So we use a device called a ZOM. There are way more advanced instrumentation than this is. It's a little manual process.
Yeah.
But we'll carb up the beer. We'll take it out. You shake it up a whole lot. You get the temperature of it, and you look at the scale, and there's like a big chart we have. And we call it vols. So it's volumes of CO2 that are dissolved into the beer.
Okay.
We have, for each one of our beers, we have certain numbers. This is probably 3 or 3.2, whereas the blonde might be 2.6, 2.7 vols, maybe in that
Okay.
range. Something like a porter, a little lower, 2.4, 2.5 vols.
Yeah.
You just keep checking it until you're right in range, and then you cut the pressure off. We have almost like, we call it a carb stone. It's right in the middle of where the beer's sitting. Looks like a big, like the fish thing that you'd see in a fish tank.
Yeah.
It's a carb stone, just shooting CO2 into that.
Huh.
And as soon as we hit that, we'll
Okay.
cut that off. We'll put a little bit of head pressure on the top where there's in the tank, there's an open space. We don't want any CO2 going out of there.
Right.
So we put, I'll call it 15 pounds of head pressure on it, which keeps it carbonated, and boom, we're done. And
Nice.
then we keg. and at that same pressure, our kegs are pre-pressurized. So it's an empty, clean keg with maybe 20 psi already in it.
Okay.
So when you transfer in beer, that's why it doesn't foam when you move it from one to another. What makes it foam is the change in air pressure.
Okay.
So when there's no change in psi from the beer coming out right into the tank or into the keg, you can transfer beer just like a straight liquid, and boom, you're ready to go and done. And it displaces the air as it's putting the beer into the keg, and no foam, no mess.
That's awesome.
On your way. Time to drink.
Yes.
Love that part. Love that part. Well, hey, Aaron, we want to thank you for coming on the show with us today,
thank you.
man. Appreciate
Hey, thanks
you.
for having me. This was
Time,
fun.
Love hearing the story
beer.
of how everything works. Municipal Brew Works. Hey, if y'all haven't had it, go somewhere that has it.
Can't go wrong. We have 4.
They're in Kroger now, so you can get it in Kroger.
Down south a little
Down
bit.
south.
Closer to Cincinnati right now. We'd love to have it up here, but there are places around here that do have us on the shelf.
Or just go to the spot, Hamilton, Ohio.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, come to the source.
Go to the spot.
the
Go to the spot. So you can check them out. What's your hours over there?
We're open 7 days a week.
Okay.
Mostly 3 to 10 through the week. Weekends, I'll call Friday and Saturday noon or 2 to midnight.
Okay.
And Sunday noon to 8 p.m.
Awesome. There you go. There you go.
yes.
Municipal Brew Works, Hamilton, Ohio. Aaron Holtz, thanks again for coming on the show, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Treg and Adam, social guys. You can always find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartMedia, and YouTube. You know where we're at.
Yeah.
Social guys, we're out. See ya.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.